Oh, there's a few things. There's a howitzer and an anti-tank gun.
Hello?
Hello there.
Hello. Don't mind me, I'm tying up my hair.
Nice. I'll make a tweet.
Oh yes. That part of doing things. Gotta do your socials.
Yeah, bye. Hello. And then I do this because been here a while.
Hey! Thank you, friend.
27 months.
Jesus, I've been doing this for a while.
You've been doing this for dead-ass 3 years. Oh, shit. Alright.
Literally, today I actually looked at my stream and I was like, maybe I should try setting up donations. And the moment I tried it, it was like, oh, if you want to do that, you gotta, like, change your PayPal to a business PayPal. And I was like, oh, that's a lot of technical stuff that I don't know what it means. I'm an adult, I don't know what this means.
That changes how everything is going to be looked at financially when it comes to taxing.
Yeah, I know, so I was just like, okay, I'm not going to do this now because I'm meant to be setting up the stream in like half an hour. I need to do this, I need to do this another day when I have, like, time.
That's a sit down. That's a sit down on a Friday kind of thing of just like, I'm going to look at this for the rest of the day after work.
I need to sit and read this.
Yeah.
Shit, run away, 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 run away.
Running away, running away, running away now.
We have our usual commentary.
That was close.
Yeah. They're playing Monster Hunter Rise, which we have both also began playing, and it's a lot of fun.
They are not, actually. They are playing a different game.
I thought, is one of them not streaming
Squad.
Monster Hunter?
No, they were playing Monster Hunter about an hour ago, but now they're playing Company of Heroes.
There we go. Well, so Rise is still good.
Rise is very good. I am liking Rise very much. I would like to play Rise more, but things keep coming up that I have to do. Because God has cursed me and my work is never finished.
No one's work is ever finished.
This is true.
Yeah, that's Dandy's job.
It is there's a lot of humor. I know it's been said before, but I keep looking over to my screenshots because I just finished the Sage level 80 quest. And at level 70 in it, you get introduced to an NPC. And they're here who has the identical thing to what I did for Thane. Identical hair, identical dye, everything. Identical face, just under a mask. And it's hilarious to me because every time it's like, there's Tridane on screen and there's this character in the background like, I'm Tom, don't forget me. Okay. Considering when I first switched to Pearls, I only had 3 paragraphs done, and she still gave me eye emojis about it.
Yeah.
I should continue it. I am writing, for anyone here who's curious, post-Endwalker content. Of course, I'm being vague for obvious reasons, but Tridane as a character, there's 2 different... I think a lot of people have it, where there's 2 different AUs, where there's their Warrior of Light AU, and then there's their, for example, Free Company AU, or their Job Class AU, where they're just...
Yeah, when they're not the Warrior of Light, basically.
Yeah, if they're not the Warrior of Light in the narrative, what are they doing? Are they the leader of the Sultana Sworn? Are they one of the members of the Black Mage Thaumaturgy Guild? Are they a sage who goes around and heals people? Are they one of 3 or 2 red mages in the world? 4, maybe? I'll say... Yeah, there's 4. Technically, to my knowledge right now. So all that, but at the end of Endwalker, if my character was the Warrior of Light, I've always had the thought that my character Tridane, a they them Vieira, is indeed, or did indeed, have very strong feelings for and was in love with Haurchefant. Whether or not it was ever, explored, expressed, or otherwise, I don't really have a detail on, but that's where their heart belonged. They loved Haurchefant. And then, of course, spoiler warnings for Heaven's Ward, but if you've been in FF, you've probably been warned about what happens at Vault. Haurchefant is killed, saving you.
Yes.
No, I don't know about
it. It's a very paladin way of raising the shield is shattered, pierced through, dead. Which is, the tragedy of that is that at that time, Tradain was a Sultana Sworn, but as a result of the end of A Realm Reborn, they became a Dark Knight. And Dark Knights and Paladins at that level, Dark Knights can have a shield at later levels, and Paladins can heal at later levels, but they aren't able to heal at that point. So, could do nothing to save Horstafon, which breaks their heart. And they don't have... They have feelings for people, that is continuous, but both in the Free Company and in the Warrior of Light canon, it takes a long time for them to open up to anyone else. In the Free Company, it's Gwyn, because Gwyn is just this little magnetic personality that says, "Hi, you love me now. You love me now. Do I? Yes, you do. Oh. I need a prostitute bad. Kiss.
Smooch.
Basically.
Smooch.
With just this ball of energy that was there when Tradain was not only recovering after Ralgar's Reach, but especially in the Free Company, but also was just a positive, just this force of personality, always wanting to help people. I love when Stacey does it with the character because it's very endearing. Is when the character just goes, "I'm helping." With Hurry, Hurry is actively like saving lives, healing people, removing disease, defeating death, making death their friend. And then there's Gwyn, who thinks, well, to make them heal better, I gave them 5 shots of adrenaline.
It's one of those things that it's the conversation that we've had previously before a lot of times where it's like, what are the congruent themes in all of your characters? They always want to help. They just all have different ways of going about it.
I'll get back to the theme of all characters going on, but later. But that's in the Free Company. Gwyn and Tradain begin developing. Feelings are obviously had, and they build and eventually gets expressed either before Shadowbringer or immediately after. But with Warrior of Light, there's nobody that they would have felt like they could be
Draw a
with
sword.
at the time. Either characters that they do have attachments to, or not in places where they're open to a relationship. There's always the Emmerich one, and Emmerich is always a tasteful option because Curls told me this. I had no idea it was a thing, Blue, with Heaven's Ward. Apparently, you might have seen it, and you probably got a giggle off of it if you do remember. When Thancred and you leave Emmerich's office at the end of Heaven's Ward at one point, Thancred looks at you dead on and just goes, "Wow, that man he can't hide anything. He is madly in love with you." The moment you agreed to him, he just lit up. You think a politician would be able to hide his emotions better? It's that running thing. So, and then of course everyone is like, "Yeah, but Emmerich does that in my head canon too because he's not a coward." Everyone just does it. Emmerich just loves the Warrior of Light, and that's valid. That's valid. I know people who are saying like, "Well, I have 2 hands. Estinian is here and Emmerich is here."
Yeah, I get that. This thing is Final Fantasy as well, where it's like, it's the Vaxxilon syndrome of, oh wow, everyone's very attractive.
Yeah, even the people who aren't attractive, like there aren't many that you could say are not attractive. It's a Japanese-based game. They're going to make everyone. It's wishful thinking.
Everybody's pretty.
Everybody's pretty. Everyone has such a great personality. You'll eventually like them anyway, or you'll appreciate them.
Yeah.
Like there are characters I do not like on any level, but I appreciate them narratively. Shadowbringers is a lot with that stuff with characters. So it's like I don't like you, but you're cool. I'm not going for coffee here, but I love the design you have at the shop.
I mean, that's how it was with Estinian at the start of like, I get that you're pretty strong and you're helpful, but I do not like you. And then obviously the story progressed, and I was like, okay, I like you now.
Stormtrooper squads,
and then you're like, oh, now I have to help you.
You're still a jerk, but I like you.
You're a jerk, but you're my jerk.
Yes. And again, this is coming from Dragoon's perspective, so it's like, we that's the thing, is that I disliked Justinian from the Dragoon stuff in the Dragoon story. Once I got
And
to
then Heaven's Ward.
once I got to Heaven's Ward and got to the stuff that everybody else was getting, that was actually when I started liking him. So it's the stuff that nobody saw where I kind of didn't like him that much. It was very strange.
It explained him, and then it built on what it was, which is what I love about FF's writing, is that it doesn't sweep anything else. It doesn't take off whatever's at the bottom of your layer. It just adds
Yeah.
and adds. But this is precarious, what I'm doing right here, but
I mean,
it's solid. It never gets taken away. This
the word you're looking for is foundation, Das.
foundation, but to give an idea, this could be something that's set up very early on, that it's a black phone. Later on, it's like, actually, no, this is a gray phone.
Not mine.
And here are several things that prelude to it and make it make sense in the narrative. And you're like, oh, fair enough. And you can look at it, and as much as you have disband your beliefs and all that, you can go and, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, you never feel like the writing's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, literally, to go back to what I just said, it's the case of, you know, when we first met Stinian, didn't like him, and then progressed the story, and it was like, oh, I actually like you now. Because, and it is weird, because really his character didn't change all that much. I just got a better understanding of him. He did have growth, because it's well written. So he had a lot. Hello, friend. It's good to see you. He did have a lot of growth as a character in Heaven's Ward, obviously, but his core personality is the same. To be honest, he's still a Stinian.
He still has negative charisma.
Yeah, he's still an absolute ass, and I could curb stomp him with my toe because I'm the Azure Dragoon. Shut up. I'm the warrior of light, bitch.
To get back to where I was, is that Trdain never really felt like either somebody that they could be with, it was right to be with them, or didn't really gel well, or certain things just didn't line up.
Yes.
Eventually, Trdain finds a character who wants to go on an adventure with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that character is eventually who this is, who I build on with this. But this would be after Endwalker kind of thing, you know?
Right, so I don't know who they are.
No, you won't know who they are, and it's fairness to it. It's one of those things of, not going to say.
Yeah.
Really
ooh, mystery fic!
Yeah, mystery fic. Just like when Curls was writing stuff for Ralgers before people got to it, it's like, I can't fucking say.
That's the thing, it's like when she was writing that, she could allude to me about things because I actually knew what it was about. It's the other way around now, in that you actually can't tell me anything because it's all stuff I don't know. So, have fun, I guess.
Yeah. But the thing about it is that after Endwalker, it's like, well, what does Trdain want to do? And this fic is going to be based on what they want to do.
They want to sit down and have a nap.
Actually, no. Because as much as the end of Shadowbringers is going into Endwalker is where Dark Knight Trdain ends. Guaranteed ends. And Paladin Trdain comes back in full force. 100%, that is the canon class then.
Oh, rip, lying, that's a bit of a problem. Yikes, hope that gets fixed.
That's bad.
Got a little bit robotic understanding.
I'm trying to
if
think.
you like my expert opinion, I think you done goofed.
Discord's having a shit fit.
I don't know what to suggest for that, I'll be honest. I hope it gets fixed.
I'm more curious. Yeah, you have to fix it. I'm very curious as to how you rewired a third of it, because I'm one of those people. It's why I'm a slow electrician. Is that if I'm working on something and I'm not familiar with it, this phone comes out. Take off a piece, click. Take off a piece, click. Take off a piece, click.
You're not slow. You're meticulous.
I take a long time to do things. Slow is the word that gets used. Meticulous is also a fair one. And then I go to the first picture I took, and I build back to fix it.
Yeah. Oh, switches, right.
Ooh,
Eee.
Lord. My sympathy's lying. I wish you the best luck. If you're badly stuck for one, I don't know what UPS or Uber or Amazon or whatever on earth would be like, but I have like 3 spare ones up there. I would ship one. But the world's on fire. I'd have to figure out how to do that.
The world is indeed on fire. I could help you with that, because I know a little bit about getting stuff shipped.
Yeah, bye. It would also just be as easy for me to, like, Google one that's like a 10 or a 15 quid and go, there, it's temporary. Fix the other one in the meantime.
Yeah. Could get you a temporary one if it's a bit balked.
Yeah. I'd almost recommend that. Ah, you've got your old one. You're fine.
Ah, okay. Good to hear.
More to team.
But the thing about Tradain in Endwalker is that, you know that paladins can heal. They do have a very reliable heal. It's actually gotten buffed in Endwalker with the patch overall.
It must be nice. It must be
It's
nice.
fantastic. It's fantastic. I
To
love
have
it.
healing on your side.
What do you mean? You have second wind and you have bloodbath. You're fine. You're fine. You don't need anything else.
Standing knee high in a pool of blood. This is fine.
I mean, that's what you do with dragons, so.
Dragoon!
The thing about it is that you get a buff to it when you use these certain abilities, that it becomes instant cast, it heals yourself for a large amount. I had the thought that it's the only ability that I know of that heals the person casting it too. There's probably some in Conjurer and the others that are like it. Sage doesn't, and Astrologian doesn't. So that's where I'm basing it off
Yeah,
of.
I'm gonna try
Right.
to
If
knock
anything,
that
if anything
out.
does White Mage well, because White Mage is the healer of healers,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
So it heals the person and yourself. So it's always like incentivized to heal someone else. So I had the headcanon that Tradain is actually so good, like naturally good with white magic, that whenever they attempt to heal someone else, they actually end up healing themselves by proxy. But the paladin ability you can only do 5 times and you're out of mana. So it's like very inefficient. It's raw.
Right.
So it's learning how to train, because Tradain will become a sage.
Oh, you're gonna make it a canon class for them.
Canon class for them
Lovely.
after 6.0 canon class. That's where they're going to go. Reaper will always be the, if I need to be a melee DPS in a squad, I'll just swap over to Reaper because I just love it. And if I need to tank, I'll go back to Paladin because it's the safest and the easiest.
Yeah. We know that there's distinction between what you play and what you consider a canon class. I mean, look at me. I've picked up every single class in the game, but currently I only consider Dragoon to be X's canon class.
Yeah.
Well, my
So
blinds are
it's the thing
done.
that- Nice. So it's the thing that this character is helping, not like directly helping Tradain learn how to heal, but is encouraging them in the right way. And Tradain is practicing but getting frustrated with themselves. Like I have one line there of just their shoulders laxed with content, sigh, but they knew Tradain was frustrated. They had not even cleared their first plate. Usually they were already on their third. As thing to say of like, Tradain eats a fuck ton. just Goku level, give them 6 plates, it will be gone.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Bottomless pit squad.
Bottomless Pit Squad is just a lot of fun
They
to
pushed
be.
it
It's also
eventually,
wish
it's just a
fulfillment
case of they're
because I'm on a
expensive
diet.
and-
Ooh, whoops, accidentally minimized like everything.
Ah!
Don't worry, stream, I'm here.
Just my face disappeared and it's
As-
just like me in a little
as-
contemplative pose. Of,
As everything freezes. I pressed the wrong button, I'm sorry.
you're back.
There we go.
The warm up Slow King.
Yes, we rolled Slow King on the generator today.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! It's the boy. The very, very, very meticulous boy.
Take the
Because we're not
treasure
using
No,
and
they've already
put
taken
it
a few of
there.
them.
Who remembers that? Who knows that reference?
Trying to, but I fucking no, it's gone.
That's
My brain's too much.
That's the like first line that he says to Ash in the second Pokemon movie, which is my favorite movie because it's about Lugia. And for some reason, the Slowking in that movie can talk. And when he sees Ash, he doesn't even say hello. He just goes, "Take the treasure and put it there." And Ash is like, "What?"
Hey, look, it's a buddy.
Hey, hello, friend.
Yo, I am a king and I'm slow, so I'm here. The closest you're getting to making myself compliment myself. I actually got this last week. It's heavy, bitch. Dump kettlebell, 12 kg.
Nice.
Motherfucker. My mother, being a wonderful person, it was after work at 3:30. Went to get my haircut, and then I went.
No, I'm gonna have to
we're
get out of
collecting
there.
the air fryer on
I'm losing too many
Friday,
minutes.
and I
Sorry.
got this as well at the same time. Because I was using my voucher for
Okay.
it. I'm going to use the air fryer primarily myself anyway, so it was an investment of me too. So there's basically like 800 feet or 800 meters between. No,
Just head up from
back.
behind it. You should be good.
800 feet would have been more accurate. Probably like 400 feet or 400 meters from where the Argos is to where the KFC that my mother will always park out at
I'll
is.
read.
And she
I'll
said,
get
"Oh,
some
I'll be
together
down there
and
because I'll
then-
already be starting shopping. Bring a car key so that you can open it up. You can put everything in and come in and help me." It's like, yeah, that's fine. So I get everything, and I'm hauling it across the
Ooh,
entire
nice.
car park, and I get down
Yeah,
to the
you should be able to
KFC,
clean
and
up
she's
down
not
there.
there.
I damaged one
So
of
I
the
ring
buildings,
her,
but
and she's not even left my
the
sister's
infantry
house
don't do
yet.
too much.
And I'm like, "It's fine. You can stop at Argos anyway. It's all good. You don't have to worry about."
Yeah,
I'm
you
already
got that.
by the KFC. Yeah, bitch. Get here. She knows when I am that tired, I'm just going to insult her. What the fuck is that stain off of? Weird. So yeah, I've got that. I've got two 1.5s and a 2 5 kg. I use the 5 kgs when I do sit-ups because I put them on my ankles, so that I can actually do a sit-up.
My squads are on the way if there's anything left when they
Right,
get
so
there.
back to this. It's basically the idea that this is after like a session of trying to refine Tredane's magic.
I get you.
And they're fatigued and they're trying to eat, but they're frustrated with themselves because
Yeah, the
they're
command
not
tank.
progressing as fast as they would like to. So they're frustrated, so they haven't eaten anything. They just sat there like, you know, like that cat that has like the loading
Careful,
JPEG on its
careful.
face, and it always just looks like that kind of pouty face, but on.
looks around for a Sadie. I don't have an example to provide.
You are hearing a third person lying. It's probably Spook.
It is Spook. He is here.
Great.
Do you mind? I'm killing Russians.
He's playing a game. Where is the feline?
Where is your small child? Da 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 dee, da dee, da 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 da. There you are.
Here she comes. Here she comes.
Yeah, I didn't see that get placed.
Hello.
Well, a few of my
Hello,
squad will get
girl.
through.
I want to see my little girl. Here it comes.
Aww, Dash, thanks for gifting a sub.
I gotta let her a woo.
Gotta have the awoo. Oh, look, she's sleepy.
It's like, mother, why did you awaken me? Leave me be, mother.
You've been very good.
Hmm. Look at that sleepy child. I do actually, as well, free company or otherwise, I do have the headcanon that Tridane doesn't have a chokehold.
Interesting, you seem to be enjoying that one too much.
And that's their griffin that they have, and that's the joke of it, is that they're just a big bastard, so they need a griffin.
Exa can still handle him. She's like, it's just another bird.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. It's like, this is just a spicy bird.
Spicy Chocobo.
This one's more like a horse.
Spicy Chocobo. He has a name. Yes, his name is Spicy Chocobo. That's his name. Do you want to go down? Go on then. Good baby.
A chocobo with spare legs. A chocobo with training wheels. It does. It has 4 legs, girls. Griffin has 4 legs.
This is just how I do Monster Hunter. You know how it is. We have Anjanath and we have Spicy Anjanath. And we have Tigrex and we have Spicy Tigrex.
You know me, I just call them bastards and variouses of bastard and bitches and bastich. Still my favorite insult ever is bastich. It's gender neutral, but it still says fuck you. Alright, let's actually write this. Yeah, Curls, you know Curls is tired when she fucks up a Greek creature. A Greek mythological creature and goes, does it have 4 limbs? I don't know.
Very tired.
Well deserving of her rest.
You better let me know when you can have that rest.
And before she says she doesn't deserve it, motherfucker, I'm cutting you off the pass. I'm looking directly into the camera at you, Curls. Where? There.
Excuse me.
Curls, we will suplex you into a bed.
It will be the airbed that is in my living room. We have Dimension 20 to watch. Now who would like an omelette?
I was gonna say, is Dimension 20's newest stuff on YouTube?
Probably not. I feel like their new stuff is always on the platform that they use. I don't remember its name.
Yeah. I'm forgetting it. I know Curls is like, I legally have details for an account.
The cluster is still strong after all this time.
Drop out. There it is. Drop out.
Indeed.
What is my college life, and what does Dimension 20's content have? They're both dropout.
Oof.
Da 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 da. You can't say, "Oh, Mooj, you have a master's you're working on."
You're literally the opposite of a dropout.
Yeah.
You are anti-dropout. You're drop-in. Actually, no, drop would be a down, so is it a float in? I'm not getting into
no.
that. Levitate in. Right, yeah, let's actually write this. Because it's adorable. Because this character gets so many rights in Endwalker, makes me happy.
Jesus Christ, Stormtroopers 41k damage.
Did you just say
Holy
Stormtroopers?
shit.
I don't know, something troopers. They're playing Company of Heroes. It's a military game, so it's gonna be something troopers.
Stormtroopers.
There you go.
It's the Germans.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't... for a second, I thought he meant actually like Star Wars Stormtroopers.
No,
Then I went,
Stormtroopers are
oh,
actually
never mind. They dead-ass just stole the name of it from Germany. If you couldn't tell who George Lucas was trying to make the bad guy in that
Just
film.
give them a couple of rocket launchers and some MP40s and they'll kill anything that's far or close. It's great. No idea. Capture points.
Yeah, I do need to... I really want to watch on Sleeping City, but I want to finish Fantasy High because I'm a few episodes into it. They're all fun.
I mean, it can get a
They're all a lot of fun. It's just physically making myself sit down to digest all the materials.
I mean, that's how I am with Critical Role. That's why I've basically not watched season 2 or 3, because I'm just like, there's just so much.
Metal life.
And whenever I have a free moment to sit down, I just vibe and I just zone out.
Honestly, what I've seen with CR, and I've seen a lot of people do it, is they'll just like, kind of jump a little bit every now and then. And if it's gotten into like, oh, are these two characters talking? Let's go back a few minutes and see if they're talking. Because there's time where that's the difference between Fantasy High and CR. Fantasy High is very, very streamlined.
They do edit it, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas Critical Role is raw footage.
CR is just dead ass raw footage upload. With a few visual effects. Like I know when they had their, I don't know if they still do it, I don't think so, but when they had their unique system where if you had it on, you could like see everyone's health bars get up and down as it happened in game and all this jazz. Whereas Roll Dimension 20 is pre-recorded and then edited. I think that's much better.
No, I've been using the Elite one. I'm going to try the German infantry.
That's the thing, because like, I get it, because arguably when I was more busy in university, I watched so much Critical Role because I could work while I had it on, whereas these days if I'm doing work, I really gotta like focus on it, so I can't have voices, I gotta have music. Whereas in university, because I studied a very art-based course, having artwork on, I could have, much like now how I have artwork on screen but I talk to somebody, I can do both. But when these days I can't do it so
That's
well.
a good thing you've got infantry.
So arguably when I was busier, I watched more Critical Role.
Fantasy High 2 Campaign 2 is live. I didn't realize that. Yeah, D20 has... Honestly, Fantasy High, the more... Because the first episode is actually a bit daunting, because it's nearly a CR size episode. It's big. But everything else is like, I think maybe an hour, a little bit more, roughly. Yeah. Which makes it a lot more digestible. In a good way. In a really good way.
Mine striped like a tiger.
And that's not even a negative at CR, because you get all the adorable little interactions between people.
Yeah, they're both good. They're just suited to different people. Like I said, when I was in uni, I devoured CR.
Yeah. CR fucking good, man. CR is just fun as well because you're aware like the characters like who they have like as like Marisha's playing a character called Laudna and all these other things of them. Marisha I just fucking love because she gets to be a creepy bitch. Because Laudna is like this kind of Ringu kind of vibe.
One of the points is on our side.
Like she's just scary, but then Marisha gets to be creepy, and she sat next to Travis, so she gets to freak him out.
Yeah,
it's just fun. Because Travis is like, nope, stop it. You just see her arms.
I love
that.
I do love that Travis is one of the biggest babies out there.
And he's just like, nope, stop it, nope. Now I'm no better. I'm not gonna pretend I'm no better. I could not play a fucking FNAF game to save my life. I still can't. I'm a massive baby, but Travis just takes. I think Travis slightly milks it as well because he's aware of like the trope of the big guy who's easily scared is fun.
That's fair.
It's like watching an elephant. Well, I know he isn't when it's the haunted house when they did the haunted house thing.
Yeah, no, I think he was pretty terrified.
He was terrified in that because he wouldn't go in until Laura dragged him in. She like let go of him and he's like, no, and she just like gets like hidden away in a corner or something while he's trying to find a way out. It's just, they knew what they were doing to be like.
Take shots through any.
Allison went to all his weird friends and said, "You have one assignment: scare that man."
Their conscripts and their shit.
Yeah,
that's true.
I actually need to think of how I want this to end because I can build to it. No, this isn't going to be a first kiss. Maybe a confession.
No.
But do I want a silent confession that'll slow build because the characters haven't said it and the characters haven't acted on it yet? So people who watch it are like, just do it.
It's about the pining.
Holy fucking, what the hell's hitting me?
Do I go on with pining more?
They've come round through the middle. They've come through the middle.
Do I let it pine
No,
more?
I
Or
gotta
do I
get
let it
everyone
stew?
Oh fuck, I was concentrating on the infantry. No.
Hey,
Mood, girls, mood.
you know what's weird for me, because I've not been
Okay.
able to do this all that
Maybe
well.
let's do a redo on this
Because,
because I feel like we had a pretty naff start. We were trying to figure out
Oh.
what was going on.
well, because I've been running D&D, and you can't write D&D.
Sorry?
You can write
Bullshit.
plot points
Bullshit.
in D&D.
Very
You can write
windy.
plot
It's going to
points
cost
in
me a lot of
D&D.
manpower
I'm
to
going
get
to
them back
jump
up
to and
scratch.
move to, but you can't, like, write a narrative.
Bullshit.
Because,
Oh,
bullshit, you say?
Bullshit.
Why do you say bullshit?
Because I sat down and was like, I'm gonna write some Delmara fic, and then 14 pages happened. I passed out and was like, I don't know what happened. It's I've got 14 pages of fic.
That's fic, though. I
You can
mean,
write
like,
D&D fic even if you're the DM.
Yes, you can. Okay, so
man, that's
right, that's not what I mean. I understand what you thought I meant, but that's not what I mean. You can't write D&D in that. This is every story beat, because the players are going to change it.
Oh, not the actual game, no.
That's what I meant. Is
Is
that
it?
wasn't
Well,
that
because
how I-
fine?
well, because you are currently writing a fic, I would thought you were talking about fics. It's like, yeah, you can write D&D fics.
no? A lot of my writing lately has just been for pop, but not fic writing. It's actually like just world building, planning, points of narrative importance. Like I've just recently like written down, put to stone how I want a character to go out from the narrative, but that character going out from that narrative is not their end. That's another encounter for you guys. That's how I always see everything I do. I present something, it's an encounter. Be it a social encounter, a fleeing encounter, like running away from something, be it a protect the MacGuffin, be it whatever.
Oh yeah, that's how D&D should be, and I think that is technically how they refer to it in the book. Encounter is just the name for basically something happens, and you do a thing. It's not combat; they're not the same
Yeah, I
thing. You can
suppose.
have combat encounters, but as you say, there are social encounters and exploring encounters.
This particular encounter would be a character choosing to go out on their own terms and taking away a foe with them.
Spearhead doctrine gives
And
you
it's a thing of,
it's a half
do
track.
if the players are there in that moment, do the players try to stop it? Because the players might stop it. So I write it, but I write it loosely. And it's also the thing of is that I'm writing a canon character. I'm not writing Legacy, who I can just put into my head because I know her,
You get,
or
light artillery,
Nezanar,
barrages,
or
Duke,
Gregor,
anti-tank strike,
or Sildar, or any of these where I know what their beats are going to be. I know how they're
Joint
going to
operations
react.
guy could be good 'cause you can
This
get
is a canon
artillery
character
in
that,
place
although
with
I've had a
like
lot of
radios.
time with, I'm always worried about doing it right.
Yeah, I get you.
So there's the difference of writing is the thing there.
Brrr,
Fuck off, Annie!
brrr.
And we can keep our tanks further towards the front line.
Annie's sending
Also
me
fire
more
fast
reels.
one
You can
minute,
tell
so-
she probably got off a shift or she's on a lunch break. Or she's home bored. Right. Actually, I have it decided. I have it decided now. So what I used to do quite a lot is I base the ending on the title. A lot of my more recent writing, I usually have the first line matches the last line.
Ooh, that's nice. I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I've done a few stuff I've sent to you as well. Like, so whenever I do it, it's one of those like, But this one I can't because I'm doing something very specific as its opening, so I don't want to do that as its ending. And as well, change it up because if somebody keeps their line at the very start, and then it gets towards the end, and something is giving.
Translates to English, translates to Polish, translates back to English.
What do you mean, Curls? What is the wildest thing you've ever heard?
Translates to meme.
Having the first line of a writing or a setting being the same as the last line of something?
You base the ending off the title.
Yeah. How else are you going to prelude to it?
Do the title last. which is how I would probably do things most of the time.
I mean, Carl's the Sildar Legacy fic that I wrote for you, which explains that Legacy told Sildar that Glory is in fact his daughter, was titled "The Right to Know,"
Okay, I feel like we need to play this mega.
and that's why it was called "The Right to Know," because that's what I wanted to convey in it. So this one is called "The Knight in Shining Armor," so that's going to help me with this.
I'm gonna get a mortar team.
Nah, not title last. Not title last.
Title last.
Nah. You guys and me have different ways of writing. I think. I think what's happened here is that we are seeing the wizard or sorcerer style of writing, and I'm a warlock in the corner. Yeah, I'm a warlock in the corner. You go, the fuck? Where are you writing? It's like, well, it's fucking working. I mean, spoil the rod. At least it wasn't fruitless. The right to know. There's a few of them I have. Actually, hang on a sec. I have never written a fic without the title being the first thing I've done.
Hell nah.
The title is almost always the first thing.
How can you title something when it hasn't been written?
Because that is what I'm writing. That is going to be my base point for everything. Rage Alone. I hadn't written Humble Winter. That's something I want to do. The Dutiful Son. At least it wasn't fruitless.
I'm gonna bring my mortar
Broken
team over.
Promises of Foxes and Lions. A Choice. Pride Comes to Handle Pain. The Brute's Touch.
I'm not gonna bother building some shit.
The Death of Justice. This one again. Oh, right. Yeah. That one I can't actually talk about because that is.
I mean, I'll have a, you know, it's like I'll go in with an idea of what I want to write. Like generally, if I'm doing a lot of fics, the only reason I'm writing a fic is because I have thought of something that I specifically want to write. I don't just write. I don't like just stare at a blank page until something appears. I generally only write if I specifically have thought of something I want to write.
My titles, again, I've just listed off a bunch there. My titles are always what, even if like you could look at the whole thing and like right there, at least it wasn't fruitless. I think that's not the title. I think that's just the, no, that is both the first line, the last line, and the title. That's where, that is, Thane failing the right to become a knight of Teneros. This is after this fact. He's gone down south to the Rustinglands to fight the war, and it's how he felt throughout it all. What's gone on and everything else. That he's been at war. War is hell. It's terrible, but it's not been fruitless because we're about to get something from it. This is going to work. We're going to save the day. And then the Black Knights. I write my fics with a poetic. I'm a poet at heart. I just haven't written a proper poem in years. But I am a poet at heart. I wrote so many fucking poems on DeviantArt. So many poems. I think a lot of them are still on that account, actually.
Well, our weekly creative art stream is a great time to try and bring that back. That's what it's for, my dude.
I want to do this fic first, but this fic ends with.
Oh, you son of a!
It starts with like a hope of like taking Fallon's wall and like building up to it and going along with it, and it ends with Thane slamming
I think
against
that was just the initial
ground.
wave that we had to kind of hold off.
And as everything's getting dark in his head, he's just hearing the ringing. At least it wasn't fruitless. No, this one in particular. The title is the first line, the last line, and the title is itself as well. A lot of these other ones aren't like that. It's just this one in particular.
A lot of mine seem to be a lot more descriptive rather than poetic looking at mine. I mean, admittedly, I've got one which is just called Almost, which is very vague, but I've got things like Late Night Stroll, Messy Business, Not in Control, Pinned, The Walk Back, Season's Greetings. They're the names that I've given to fics that I've written.
Yeah. They're
not very poetic names.
Yeah, but like, for example, Spoil the Rod, that's the title.
Oh my days, how many
But
fucking units have they
Spoil the
got?
Rod is the title because it's. I wrote it actually for Father's Day, very grimly. But this is bleak. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. But the first line is the same, and it involves Thane being beaten by his father so that his father won't hurt his mother. And the first and last line are, he tires himself out. He tired himself out. Or he'd tire himself out. He always does. And the final line is, I knew he'd tire himself out if he used a hammer. He always does. Because Thane knows what to do in that situation. It's terrible, and this was a very young Thane who literally had a brute of a father that he could only think of, if I tire you out, you can't hurt mom. That's it. Escape, Q, W, E, R, T, and Y are not functioning. Yikes, Sly. Yikes.
Yikes,
Oh my God,
they're
they're-
very important.
Having a tank is no good when they have all this fucking anti-tank stuff already.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, I never changed the title.
Are you kidding
Unless-
me? They've got artillery as well? What the fuck? No, you go fucking
I
back.
will say, Curls, that the only time I'll ever change the title is if I've shown this to someone. Yeah, pretty much. Or you allow auto search to, like, you know, pick up a few particular words that have those letters in them and then copy those letters in. Don't.
artistic challenge, bring up the program which converts handwriting into text and just handwrite the entire thing.
Oh, Christ. One of them is the most common vowel. Yeah.
Make a sentence without the letter A. Fuck you.
That's just a statement.
This is a sentence without the letter A.
Yeah, like, this one here, by the way, was one of my favorite fics I've ever written, but it's the fic of which, Thane meets Lucille. And it's of foxes and lions, because I asked the girls what animal would most likely associate with Lucille, because I was writing that. So, she said a fox. So, the first line
We need
is,
to make a
funny
push
the
for some
folk,
points because we are losing.
folks you meet at the
rapidly.
Harvest Festival. Because it was outside of Under the Thumb, it was at a smaller village. And the last line ends with, funny the folks you meet at the Harvest Festival. It's always one of my favorite things to do.
I love doing stuff like that. I don't necessarily... Oh, full check from Core. Remember, everybody has to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to do stuff like that. I won't necessarily do it word for word with a line. Sometimes I will, but I won't do it like first and last line. But I do like to call back to stuff that I've written earlier, as you know, Kels, because you've read some of the stuff I've written.
Yeah, some of the good shit you've written. I'm answering for Curls and myself.
Yeah,
You
go.
write good shit.
Thank you. I haven't written anything in ages.
And you don't have to. It's not like it's a mandate.
Nah, like I said, I only ever write if I specifically think of something I want to write, and nothing's ever come up.
70% of your fic titles are song lyrics. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's all it is really. Like, but with me, I tend to struggle to just write, if that makes sense. I tend to have to give myself something to do while I'm writing. Like, I have to ADHD control
Oh,
my
of
own
course, just
writing
forget to
by
let me
giving
fucking
myself a
write.
challenge that makes me think constantly. For example, the first line, how do I link it back to the last line? Like this one right here, I'm not doing it with because I'm having it start differently. Because really I'm just like writing for the sake of writing. But it's one of my favorite things to do. And just like make it rhyme after what happened previously. You can have fun with it.
Oh god, that was a good shot. Well done, guys.
But honestly, Curls' reaction to calling me insane. Curls, you've known me for how many years now? Of course I'm fucking crazy. You've seen some of the shit I've written. You've played it.
Nah, Mizutsune wasn't in World.
No, it was not. Sad face.
That is the words of a poet who moved to prose. Hey. Hey. Just because you're right doesn't mean you can call me out. I mean, Carlos, let's be fair. You're so mad, you may as well. You were an expert on the insane. It's like Talus saying, "Oh yeah, what are you talking about? Like you're talking about fucking dealing with someone who's manipulating you. Yeah, like you know, it's like I'm the one person here who can call you out on it. I'm the expert, bitch. I've lived with it.
Nice.
Quarter of a century.
Dark, another tank over it.
I did get a thing as well, a prompt on Tumblr for like writing a story about my character, so I have thought a lot
Now it begins.
about Thane and his mother, and like a quiet moment they might have together, kind of thing. Where like he's only a kid, you know, that kind of fun.
Yeah. I suppose one thing I have a little bit thought about writing is about the Ondathian wolf.
Hmm. Go on.
I can't.
Well, I mean, there's the Tenorosian wolves of Ondulathon, and that's what they're called. In
Looks at curls. I didn't say a Ondathian wolf. I said
You said the.
the Ondathian wolf. What's the matter, Das? What's the matter?
Look, I came into the setting wanting to make a character who had a wolf as the emblem of their house, had like a wolf motif. I originally wanted to make a werewolf, and then Curl said, someone got there first.
Yeah, you're playing a campaign with me, my dude.
Okay, I'm just
I
running
know.
for the points now, mate.
Yeah,
Just
the
to see
moment
if I
you
can
the
hold.
moment you heard I was in the campaign, you should have given up on that idea.
But I don't know that you were actually going to make a werewolf. You didn't do it with Dell. Well, in fairness, she was the first one. Fair.
My first proper D&D character.
Yeah, I cut myself off there. I know. I was like, why am I saying that? Yeah, Carlos, I'm aware the Tenoros wolves are just blessed.
The
know,
Ondathian
like,
wolf is something else. The is important.
Yeah. I don't... This sounds like something... It's annoying because I'm like, Thane wants to be a nerd. He wants to learn. And if he got every chance to, he would have. Yeah, because you're running it. It's almost like I wanted to do the same thing. Damn it.
I had the advantage in that I took the DM out for coffee.
Oh no. I
It's
just
just a
lost
librarian
fucking
lesbian out for
Stormtrooper
coffee
squad.
at a beautiful woman. That's not
That
fair.
fucking
That's cheating.
sucks.
I miss our old haunt.
Yeah, I'm aware that I guarantee you, right? I'm just saying this now. I wrote like a thing about the Tenoros wolf and that Thane had one marked that he thought he had to kill
Nice.
and bring back, but his
Cheers,
ritual
cheers.
failed. So either she didn't need to give him any instruction, or he did something wrong. Whatever way it plays. But I imagine
Cheers, man.
Thane talking about that and
Fuck.
Curls
Okay, well,
knowing
I took
other stuff
some of the
and
points.
you knowing
I
other
gave us a
stuff
bit of
about
breathing
Death
room,
Wolves
but
just
as
means
much
after
as I could give.
smiley like
Right,
fucking
everyone else,
idiots.
back out into the field.
Because what's interesting with Thane is that he's
Alright.
always had. I realized this as well the more I thought on it, is that
Okay, I'm moving,
Curls
moving
always
everyone in.
introduced Tenoros wolves as pairs of three. She did. It's only happened twice, but the two times it happened was in the Reflection, where there was three of them, and then in Tenoros's vision, there was three of them again. Sure, yeah, she won't let me like buy her a computer or anything, but she'll accept a fucking coffee.
It's a bit of a
That's it.
difference between a computer and a coffee, fucko.
What if I got her a computer and a coffee?
Miss 200 degrees.
curls just because she knows I'm that person who will just do this and just go. You want money? You want money? You want what? Money?
Stop!
I was saying you're all fucked when I get my own place. I'll have no reason to not shower you in gifts. Oh, okay. I have my final line in my head now. I have my final line in my head.
Ow.
It's different to what it's going to be. Like, this is not going to be what I've been doing with the top and the bottom. This is going to be something else, but... Okay. Yeah. There's no context to this, but it's like a knight in shining armor. It's like, well, I'm not really a knight. They shine to me.
No.
I like characters who are soft for their others. Wait,
It's good.
it's endearing. It's also great when they're big. Big
Yeah.
characters that are really gentle. They're like all dogs, like really big dogs.
Actually, engineers, you're needed elsewhere. Oh dear.
I read back over the Thane and Tala thing as well, the Talathane thing, as well, Blue, and I get sad after their shout match, reading back through it.
Mm.
Like, poor bastards. Terrible.
They're not really good for each other in any way.
Fuck off.
Thane could be good for Tala if she ever was able to not just look at him and think he's insufferable. Because he does care.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You're asking a lot there.
I know I'm asking a lot. But he does care. He wants to help. But it's just, she doesn't want to receive it. You can't give something to someone that doesn't want
No, she's very resistant to everything.
it. Which I still find hilarious, where she's just like, I can't stand anything involving gods. I'm using this power more and more that I've gotten from these dreams. And I'm like, you got that from a god. You got that from the god who sent people to go kill your parents.
I'm holding the position for now, but
They weren't,
Are you sure you
they
got
weren't
that?
sent specifically. They were collateral, which is worse.
You sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Who knows?
Kels does, I believe.
She's currently BRE, so she's just not gonna know we were talking about this. Unless she has her headset in and she's gonna come back and type, I have my headset in, fucker. Specifically at me. Annie, how many fucking reels? I've heard this thing vibrating for fucking 5. The first thing I see is a ridiculous image of Patrick Star with his ass out. Annie, what the fuck, woman? And very endearing, but also, what the fuck, woman?
oh my, their units just seem to be so much better than ours. Do we need to do like a mad, tiger double push at like your base on the left hand side? You had 10 points remaining, mate. We've got. Hang on a sec. There we go. Yeah, it's alright. I couldn't hear you over them lot talking still. That one is a tough one.
I love the word orifice.
I don't. I'm gonna put it out there. I don't.
I love when it's used in a very uncomfortable fashion.
I don't.
I do.
I might go back to the Jaeger guy because I think having some long range is also going to help. But I feel like we need to push your side first so that we need
Luke's
to
saying
take
he wants
one
to go back
off
to the
them, because
Jaeger
if
guy,
they've
and all I'm
got
thinking of is
three,
da da
they'll
da
just
da 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 da
roll over
da.
what they did then. We just couldn't get near it.
Fucking hell. I think the anime of that's nearly finished.
And just spam.
Excuse me.
Alright.
It costs 200, don't they?
Ooh, there is the trailer for the new Cuphead show on Netflix.
Yes.
It'll be February 18th. Nice. Well, that's February resolved.
Alright, I'm going to try the same thing again, but I didn't get a half track out last time, but I don't know if that's going to help because they've already got anti-tank stuff, they'll just blow it up immediately.
Look at that friend
And that's what
smiling like a big happy
I
smiley
don't think
dope.
Stormtroopers are going to be the way to go because they cost 340. They just take so much, and you have to like invest in them to make them worth it. I have the defensive doctrine. I could probably go for the.
I just
defensive
thought of the
one and try and build
banter
like more,
of
like long term
Kane
shit.
trying to be positive around Tala,
Against
and just like
stuff
someone who
sound
doesn't know
bites and
either
barbed
of them,
wire
but
and
is
stuff,
kind
we
of
could
close
try
to
and
Tala, just like walking over, like doesn't know them.
I still think if we
What's
take
up between
your
your
area,
boyfriend?
both tigers go.
What did he do to piss
They
you
can't
off?
hit both
And she
tigers
just turns
with
like ready to
guns,
murder
so
them.
you go in
The
with
fuck did you
dead
just
guy
call
from
him? Don't you
inside,
dare insult me
clear
like that
out,
again.
And then we'll just take that as a starting point. If we can defend that one and we know we've got that one.
I do sometimes think about their waterfall discussion. I don't know why I said waterfall. The discussion that they had when I always still love thinking about Tala's line when things just like, I don't know if she still loves me, and Tala's there just like, you stupid. Course she still, you stupid. Course she still loves you. You stupid.
Yeah,
Bitch won't say it to my face, you stupid. Bitch won't say it to class,
Stupid.
Bitch won't say it on Snapchat, stupid.
Stupid.
Oh god.
It's been
Mine
so
are always set to,
long. I don't know. I don't know if she still
Because I
likes
don't
me.
have
You
any stormtrooper
stupid.
stuff and I always use, Grenadiers.
That girl be madly in love with you. You stupid.
That's something I have wanted to know, but I wouldn't know. Of course, Dane wouldn't know, and I wouldn't know either. But I'd almost love to like see what she was like, because of course there was the message to Hurry, where like we did like the typing,
like
sending
getting
back and forth, and I'm actually upset we did it over a whip thing, over a Google Doc. It was adorable that we could. It was great.
If you position
but
them well.
the idea that Hurry sends it to her, and I'm always curious about the voice curls.
In fact, yeah, I'm not
would
even
have
going to bother
used in
building
that
the
moment,
first build. I'm just going to head straight
for
in.
the reason
Just get
of
everybody up the field.
like, this is a woman who, yes, Thane.
Fair enough, lying. I
I'm gonna
hope
run straight
hope
in,
it gets
and I'm
sorted
gonna
out
take them
tomorrow.
off of their victory point.
Fingers crossed for you, Lion. Best of luck, buddy.
Yes. Have a good night's sleep.
See ya,
I'm
buddy.
going to run up
Whee!
the very right hand side.
But it's the thing of like this woman for the last like year and a bit. This man was basically dead to her. Thane has sent letters. He sent multiple letters to say that he's still alive, but he can't go back yet.
Fuck off!
I
You
don't
did not
think
see me
any
that
of
quickly.
them- I don't think any of them ever got to her. Even if
I just ran straight past him, yeah.
even if some of them got to Leo Crow, I don't think they all got to her. 'Cause I think Leo Crow commented that he hadn't received anything, and now I'm curious. Now I have to go back to the doc. I think we did a doc for Leo Crow. Sending to no, we only did a sending spell to Lucille. We didn't do one for Leo Crow. Yeah. But when I think Leo Crow knew, but it's the thing of just picturing her getting this message, and it's just that little reply.
I didn't want you to go that way, you pillock. You're going to take a shot to the arse now, you fucking degenerate.
It's going
What
well.
a fucking numpty.
Cool, Hurry, yeah? Cool name. Sounds like Thane
I
runs with
take
all
no
kinds of people
responsibility
these
for that,
days.
Tiger. That was entirely your own fault.
Nice to
you
hear he's
pillock.
not dead. Figured he wasn't. But it's like, was she like trying to like not like break her voice at that moment? You're like, is that one of those? This is the confirmation he's not dead.
So you're sitting there going, how can I hyperanalyze this? and Curl sat there and went, "You. That's the neat thing. You don't.
You don't."
Get another.
Oh, the next one after yeah, because they didn't say this to her, but
I don't get how
Hurry
they're doing
sent
so
back
much
to her
damage to my
saying,
units.
"We've been through much together. Your memory has given him hope. He and I are happy to know you're. He and I are
It's like
happy
they've
to
got,
know you're a light for him."
Specialised
That
units or
part
something that
Thane
are like
didn't
already
tell
got
her.
veterans.
And
or
she
something,
says,
but I can't see any
"That's
veterancy
sweet.
on them.
He's always been a sap.
They're all still level
Oh.
0.
You can tell him I said that. Also tell him I still miss him. Sometimes. Everything's complicated now. That's what I always think on, is everything's complicated now. Because both Leo Crow and her said that. Both of them said everything's gone complicated.
Under the Thumb is complicated.
God. Yeah, he said it to both of them that he wants to see them in the spring. Because we're probably not going to be physically able to get there before that. And also, you can get to Onlatham City a la Aster, potentially. But if you get sent outside of Onlatham City in the middle of winter, you're fucked.
Yeah,
I'm getting
really,
some,
really.
machinisms and they are working.
Yeah.
They are
Holds up
seriously
hands.
working.
Really.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we're going to have to wait a few days. Why? Because Zal needs to make us all slippers.
To be fair, pulls out calendar. I think our winter is a bit booked.
How the fuck did I just get killed?
I want me
Well,
after it,
right
because the
shot.
thing is with that-
Flicks through the page. Gotta stop the end of the
Sod
world.
off.
Can't skip out on that.
I can't cancel.
I can't cancel again.
Solve on hunger. Tell no one.
Tell no one.
Get another machine and give it.
But I more mean because, of course, winter in the Rustlands and Onlatham is very different. Because it's like there's very few months in Onlatham, as you know, that you can actually farm in. Most of it is like
Yes.
5. Good luck, motherfucker. The snow's too high. So it's a thing of
Oh,
like
of
the
course,
ice
they've
won't
got a
break
fucking artillery
until
in,
like
haven't they?
late spring minimum kind of thing. So yeah, the Rustlands, the winter will end and spring will come, but guess what? That motherfucker over there, you still got to get in there and you can't get past that ice. So unless you're willing to take risks sliding your way into Ondlathum by, like, you know, through the bay or whatever.
Oh, they already
Hey,
have
look at that,
tank in
buddy.
here. Excellent.
There he is. Yep, I
Perfect.
finished the warm up and it's 9:30.
Yeah.
Right.
They have 3 anti-tanks.
I am
What the fuck am I
Probably
looking
gonna
at,
go
Stanja?
top up my drink before I crack on with this.
Yeah. Yeah, crack on.
Right.
I will entertain chat while I type.
Right, I will be right back, chat.
Oh. I'm a sucker for ships. Cute shit gets me. Who needs me in blue here? Well, you could just have the commentary from Spook. Oh, God. When the tree starts speaking on Dathian. That'll be so. I'm just thinking now. I have to say it to Blue when she gets back. Yeah, pretty sure that was my stomach. I'm hungry. Again. Spook and his yo-yo tanks. That's hilarious. They're presenting Spook, clearly. Shoot. Oh, you muted for them, but I can hear it. Ah, God. Well, you guys have probably
Hello.
guessed that he was being very funny.
I got a stupid idea. Why don't restart?
There we go. Hello, everyone.
Just
I'm
send
back.
our tigers to their base.
Hi, guys. I've been talking to the wall because I thought you could hear Spook, but I can hear Spook.
You know what I mean? Just do like stupid tactics.
I just thought of the banter of that, of just getting back to Latham, and it's just like the panic when the trees start speaking wolf.
I'll give it a shot.
How many terrified
Holy
people
crap,
are there now in
amount of
Latham's
stuff.
woods?
They have all
Because like I
infantry,
picture
all
Talikud
the
Dead as to
artillery,
like the
all
war
the
game cling to a
anti-tanks,
tree
and
thing.
all the tanks, like,
Yeah.
Because these
you
are
can't have all this
massive
stuff.
old redwoods.
Oh
that-
yeah, the trees are huge there.
Yeah, it's like the snow goes up 100 foot. There's still tree. So yeah,
Right,
I would not
what
be
route
surprised
should
if
we
there are
take
several
to get
people
to the
who
base?
have things set up to live in those high places, cultures and stuff that
Just
I
right
want.
click on the base and just live.
It's only slightly frustrating, but it's infinitely more endearing to learn it all
We've gotta try
firsthand. Of
something,
like
'cause otherwise,
trying to
like-
learn things about the world and having ideas of it, but then just getting it sweeped out
Yeah,
and
alright.
learning it in a new light is always interesting.
Well, we'll give it a shot. If they make it there in somewhat of a decent piece, it might be one of them. Of we're trying so hard to keep them alive, and they're probably just like sacrificial pawns.
Okay.
Well, they found 180.
Where am I
Oh,
going
two.
with this boy then?
Hmm.
Where did we get to last week?
We got to putting on some flat colors and getting an idea.
They do
of
have
everything
anti-tank
around.
at their base, though.
Yeah.
Had
And
done
your guy just
cream
seems to
initially,
roll
but you
on
set
point.
against it.
Yeah, we've got some flats put down. I suppose a simple question is, at the moment I'm working on this off-white background because it helps provide a mid-tone of white looks white and black looks black, so it's a good place to go. The final image is probably just going to be on a flat colour, but I can also provide you
Oh my god.
PNG
Efficiency 3 on
format so that you've got a clear background as well.
Everything.
Clear background would be good as well, please, if you don't mind doing both.
Yeah.
I think that would be
Yeah, if it's a flat background, then having a clear background is going to be a given because it's just a separate layer. But I did sort of think in my mind of, I know you, and you like to use character images for memes.
Fair.
So if I provide you his headshot with a clear background, it is ripe for meme content. It is ripe for meme content. So yeah, so essentially the background will not have
I just
anything.
looked over at the chat. I looked over at the stream, and I just realized how far back I went.
Very far back. Right.
This chair is broken.
So
by the way.
we did confirm some of this last week, but because it's been a week, I will reconfirm again. Design wise, do you want any additions or changes made? You know, do you want any additional spikes, less spikes? Do you like his scales? Do you want less scales, more scales?
The scales are okay. The spines that you have are good. The only thing I can think of is like spines down the back kind of vibe.
You want some spines down his back. So
I like Godzilla. Because I'm that guy. I'm a pleb.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
many
they're choosing
versions
an
of
anti-tank
Godzilla.
as
There. Do you want them literally like his spines, that are like, well, just spikes? I mean, I guess to keep it more unified
it's
in
annoying,
the
it's the fact that it
design.
bloody works
there's-
as
there's-
well.
Similar
Like,
to the ones that's already on.
Yeah,
the,
his heads. I would say
Yeah,
that they would need to
decorate the
resemble the
floor.
head spike because that would be more unified in the design.
Because the thing I have is like the idea of like, of course, you know, it goes boom, 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 boom. Like the spine, like those kind of like plating, almost layering that's at the head is down the back. So it like individually, like a bar in a game builds. Because you know, monkey brain, serotonin just it lighting up. It makes a noise. It go boom.
I got some stormtroopers.
Unless you're just a couple like this.
Yeah, exactly. There's a frog. You're not late.
Hello.
You are fashionably delayed. We've had many a talk. You missed Curls. If you want anything done with Hurry Honey, I recommend you bribe her with coffee. Or just be yourself because your personality will just make anyone do anything for you because we all love you.
Yeah.
Oh, my fingers just cracked. She's like because she had to chase down the Lalafell she gave 5 adrenaline shots to yesterday. I think the exact thing I said to her was like, 1 adrenaline shot can restart the heart of a hero. 2 adrenaline shots can make a Rodagan run from Limsa to Ul'dah. Why did you give 5 to a Lalafell? Yeah. The last thing I remember, the last sending spell
Yeah,
was
I'm
this,
going up
was
against conscripts with
him
grenadiers,
saying,
and I'm losing.
see you in
badly.
spring, and
Oh,
using the
what
word
sense
for
does that
my love as
conscripts are
a
supposed to be,
affectionate
like, slightly
term.
better Ostroop and, like,
Irish,
mechanically
the Irish
armored?
one for it, Mugra. And it's her reply of I hope you see me again too. And she chuckles for a little bit too long. And tell Thane he'll return to shit twice as bad, but if he dies, I'll kill him from here. But my reply back to it, like my little
I am
like
being
message at the end of it, is just like
from
she still
behind."
cares.
What?
The monkey brain
What the fuck does
immediately.
that even mean? That's not a thing. I'm gonna have to look online to see some guides for this. Look at this. They've just parked behind me.
Real quick,
front
I'm just
line.
going to disappear and I'll be back in a sec.
Alright. This one's going to need a little read online.
Okay.
What's this one called?
You turn that camera off. There we go. It's just me.
Man. We've fought some hard missions, but that one, holy crap. Kharkov Divide. Let's have a look. First result, Kharkov Divide is impossible. Hi, so what the fuck is up with Kharkov Divide on general difficulty? I use Panzer Grenadiers combined with packs and MG42 and half tracks with flamethrower upgrade. Engage with your Tiger first, the AI will prioritise the Tiger, use it to take some damage, and then flank with Panzer Grenadiers. Use around 4 Panzer Grenadier units to inflict heavy damage with the anti-tank rifles, maybe add a Grenadier squad for MG upgrade. Also, don't know if it still works, but if you have a commander who also allows you to produce Pumas, that used to work when I did it. I find
Wrong
Divide to be the
layer.
Yeah, I find you to lie, so.
Love it. Love it.
The second one, Kharkov Divide, general difficulty. This mission, my god, it actually causes me physical pain. Okay, just having a quick glance at a video online, the guy was just using Grenadiers, Pioneers and one mortar squad for most of the game. Like, as soon as something appears, the mortars just gun it down. But we'll leave that one for now anyway, because that one's going to piss me off. I bet this one... Storming the Donuts.
Welcome back,
How's it
friend.
pronounced? Donuts? Donuts? Donuts. I thought it was the Don River. Oh god. One of them.
Ah, the sun came on.
starters might be the way to go on that other mission though. The thing is though, is it's a complete time constraint because they already start off with 2 of the points, so you're already ticking down from the moment you go. That's annoying. If you didn't start with that, you know, you could take it a little bit slower, but you know you've got to push forward, otherwise you're going to get wiped out because you'll just run out of time. Should we try this mission and then go back to Stellaris? Intel board? Well, yeah.
Should go to sleep kills if you're literally falling asleep.
I find it with some of them, like some of them we do, and it's just like playing against a normal AI match. Vehicle costs are increased for the player but reduced for players have access officers. You can call in air support.
Yeah, I think even my past self didn't know what was going on with the fur there.
Oh. Let's get a couple of MG nests and send them straight up the field. Oh, we have an anti-tank gun as well. Oh boy. I just had one for free at the start. It's part of my kit. How much is this fragment? Ooh, fragmentation 100. That's a bit bit steep though. Oh, car on the way in. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that thing's gonna shred us. Well. Well, I've got my Pack 40 nearby, so if you spot it, I'll try and get it to you as quick as I can. Okay, we've now got a victory point. Can I set up?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Carlos is a worker.
Burger.
Burger. She was awoken from nearly falling asleep by Burger.
I had a vegan burger today and it was actually really nice. I had the McPlant from McDonald's. And I don't even normally have McDonald's burgers. I don't really like them. I can't remember the last time I had one. But I had a McPlant and it was actually really tasty. I would have one again.
Nice. I'm sorry, no, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the Mac. Because all I can remember is vegan heck burgers are like so good.
Careful, mate.
Awesome. Plant.
Plant burger.
But it's McDonald's had a copyright strike or a copyright claim against a Irish fast food brand called Supermax. But of course, Mac for Irish, so they had Mac burgers and they had Macs in things. McDonald's did not like that.
Fucking
Tried to sue them. Supermax won. I never forget that the Supermax, this little, like, it's well known across Ireland as like a chicken and chip kind of place, you know.
Uh-huh.
But it beat McDonald's in court, and I still find that hilarious to this day.
Yep, it'll lag.
Carlos, I just love the notion of looking at this guy and just imagining this guy stared down at a little old kid and just said, "I can tell what time it is by counting your heartbeats." Just the fucking big scar, piercing blue eyes, glowing fucking white, ice
Yeah.
blue around the
So
face, and it's
watch
like
it, man.
scary. Yeah, it is Medrash.
Yes.
Oh, of course they're shooting me from
It is
across
the
the line.
Tongass.
150 points fucking gone. Bell ends. Oh, fuck that pinned. Oh, that was a good. Ah, fuck. Yeah.
Nah, Kid really doesn't. It's almost like Kid is a bit weird, and like is used to weird things. He's not. Kika looks at Titanic Gregor covered in blood and goes, "Mucky unky."
Kid, Kika, not knowing what is weird.
Yeah. Just like on like he's on a 4 and she's on a 10.
No crying, die like men.
We know, girls. You've been telling us about it a lot. We love her. We love a Kid.
Yeah, they're
We love
their
a
war
weird-
guards.
Kid and their inner monologue, which is just Nerwin doing his most endearing voice ever. I love it. What was it that Nerwin would say again? Embrace the light or praise the light.
Okay, a bit of a rough start, but okay, let's get in there and start capturing some points. Oh my god,
Fine. That's it.
forgot that was a thing. I've never
That's the
used
thing, Blue, is that kids' little inner like voice that they have from their race just goes, "For the light." Just Nerwin's little voice. The most endearing fucking thing.
Brilliant.
It's definitely not like weird at all. But I still love that Kid is just abhorrently so fucking weird, but also the most normal person. Also, Carlos, while you were gone, I was looking at the for both of you actually, for both Stacey and Carlos. Yeah, I love D&D. Like, you set out to make them weird, and yet they're that. You set out to make Poe a very weird
Shoot the
individual,
fucking
and they're
pants
still
liquid
like the
in.
top person for the ship in Pop.
Or just stand
for,
there
like,
and
any
shout,
one of them.
and that also works, I suppose.
If anything, you got more ships in Pop now that you show what you like. I didn't show it. You had no choice.
Hold on a little longer. I got some guys on.
But yeah. What I was saying was, me and Blue were talking about it. The ascending spell between Hurry
there was
and
another.
Lucille,
There
and
was two. I
the
did not-
pure
I wasn't
serotonin
paying
I get
attention
from
to
going back
that
in
one.
and reading it, and the tragedy of reading the
Oh,
Tala
just
and
lost a unit.
Thane doc that we had previously that we
That's gonna
sent you, from when they talked between Falonsmore and Dragonhead, or Dragonhorn, and the tragedy of looking at that now compared to what it was back then. But Lucille just like going, yeah.
Okay.
I'll kill him from here if he dies, though. It's like, she still cares. Good serotonin. Speaking of good serotonin, curls.
Okay. Gonna need to do a second push.
Those notebook pages, they did their duty. They did their duty. Speaking of fix, curls, and good serotonin, that fic I sent you, the last one, I'm working on it right now. Not fast, but I am working on it. Ah, fair. I wasn't sure if I was talking about it when you were here.
We made a start, so just regroup a little bit closer to home and we'll see what we can do. What was the team? Get back out of there.
What you should do,
God,
Carlos, is
appreciate
so
some
that you
Jaeger.
can write more later.
Yes,
Have access to.
correct.
Or behind sleep.
Yeah, that's going to be a blown up building, I know.
Curls?
Fire, fucking fire. What are you waiting for?
It's you,
There
Curls.
we
You will want to write later. Just not the later that you'll want to write in. You'll write after
go.
that.
You guys move up to there. Move up to there.
So I guess it's the other thing of, are these fix that you
Reclaim
fix
this
facts, right? Are these
yes.
things that you can talk about here
What?
and like throw the idea out into the ether, so
That's
you'll
it.
know later on that, well, I just said it, so I should,
And it's
continue
just
it, kind of thing.
and it instantly calls defeat on you when you get disconnected. Yeah, okay, let's move on to some Stellaris. Because,
Is it not going well, hun?
yeah, Governor's is not playing ball today.
Cause it's like,
Yeah,
I
we'll come
cannot
back to
tell
that.
anyone
I mean,
anything
that-
I'm writing right now
one
for
that
love
we're
and
just
money.
doing, that one does seem doable. It's like it was tough and you get pushed a lot, but you kind of expect that. You know, that is the part of the game. But it doesn't feel like they're just going to come at you in waves, mid-wave. You know, you didn't beat the last wave. Well, here's another 2. What? And when you haven't finished them ones, another 2 will come. I started up another single player one where I was playing as another machine race, and right next to me was another machine race, Gestalt Consciousness, that had the exact same skin, but their start, I chose the one that gives you a machine world. Their start was the one with Here Be Dragons, so they start off with the giant space dragon in their zone. I was like, that's a weird random one to sort of put together of machine race dragon. I was like, okay. And I managed to kill it, so I was quite chuffed with that. It wasn't as tough as I thought it was. Machine Dragon's a band name. Oh right. Sorry, I thought you meant like a band, like bands in BANNED. I was like, hi. It references something. It had the skull symbol, so I was like, oh, this thing's going to be like end game to kill, but I managed to take it out with a couple of like 13,000 squads. So, right, I thought they were way more than that. I thought they were like in the hundreds. In our one? I can't remember now. It's been a while. Don't do it. I'm looking at you, mean bird. No, it's not gonna blow. It will be Wednesday soon.
My dudes.
Ever since you came around, mate, I want to play Monopoly with people again. But like with the auctions, because that was fun.
Ah. Blue Screaming has definitely woken Curls back up.
Sorry, I was being strangled.
Before and after.
It's also one of those things that I'm just watching you draw as you go, and just like seeing how you're doing the layers and how you're applying them to like, rather than having to draw like exactly and match it up to the eye face behind everything, the eye color is. Like that stuff like that. I like what you're doing there.
No, obviously not
Thank
soon, but
you.
I mean, what would it be like? Because like, I feel like Stellaris is pretty solid. Really? Wow. That's surprising because it feels like it's so well polished.
A friend of mine on Tumblr fucking shot me back 15 odd years.
Oh yeah, we're in a federation.
16 to 17 too. Shaman Kings, an anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's the anime where essentially like it's funny because it's similar enough. If you were like looking at an image, you'd think it's like a variant of JoJo in that they have these spirits that are with them. But the difference is that rather than like having the stand fight, the spirits like they do a spirit form unity thing where essentially they put the person into them and they fight using their skill set or otherwise. And later on, they learn how to put them into weapons in the anime, and that amplifies their power because, like, the samurai being put into the sword is way fucking better than the samurai being in a person, kind of thing. And
Right.
they were talking about like their character having like entities with death.
Oh god, I gotta deal with food.
It would be so interesting to see them in that setting. And I'm like, oh, you just fucking kicked me back like a decade and a bit. Fuck. I watched that show as much as I could whenever it was on, but I was a little kid who didn't understand how to make sure you could always watch something. And we had one TV, so I hadn't a chance.
Wait. Empires in... Wait. Oh,
Ooh. Mordenkainen presents Monsters of the Multiverse.
Yeah, that's the next book that's due out.
Interestingly enough, there are... I'm not sure what one of them is, like what end of it is the monster and what end is the head, but it has a Kirin and it has the Abyssal Dreadnought. I think that's a dragon in there as well at the back.
Royally screwed
Needless to say, monsters like that are very useful for me. It's just
Find
like,
any
come,
stock.
just all of you come here. I need you for my plates.
Yes, I am. I'd rather not be doing that. And I can sell. I'm just buying shit that I shouldn't really be buying. I should be producing it. Can I produce it? No, that was it. I was trading it with you. That was it. I remember now.
Yeah, scoops into my monster horde, yeets into a corner. Going, now nobody touch those. Why? I need them. I just begin describing something and everyone just goes, oh no. Why? None of us know how to just. No one knows that monster. That means that's a new motherfucker he has. Oh no. Just like imagine if you hear the fuck. You know what I just thought of? The bear that had the Annihilation inspiration where it was just like mimicry, and it was like a shambling, gibbering mouth as well. Imagine that coming back. As much as that's terrifying, I just picture there's like the characters would be terrified. The players just go, Gregor, you're not supposed to kill that. What the fuck? You were meant to go deal with that, man. Yeah, girls, that's exactly what you'll do. You just rip the stat block off of it. I'll put you in new skin later. My favorite thing is when we're playing Pop is when you start describing something and Blue and Kay start heads in handing. I have no idea.
Both me and Kay are just like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm not gonna pretend. It's great. I'm just like, hey guys. Oh, by the way, Blue, my camera isn't back on. If you want to put my mug back on.
I'm sorry. You should have said earlier.
I didn't realize myself. But
Sorry, I'm just checking a D&D rule halfway through the stream that has no relation to what we're doing at the moment.
That's why you intentionally don't look at stuff. Man, I was saying this while you weren't here, Curls, is that like I keep asking stuff about Okark because I'm just obsessed. I want to learn. But of course my character wouldn't know, and I can't help but be meta, so it's better that I don't. Which is interesting where Thane is. That Thane thinks he knows a lot, but he keeps getting that like swept up from under him, and he gets the truth presented to him, and he keeps having to change and learn from those. It's really interesting as a concept, and it's the exciting part of Okark where like I can, of course, like you describe a woman coming out of the water with like drenched hair and she's got like dangling things over her and she might have a grotesque face. I'm gonna go, that's a sea hag, almost always. But I've learned that the monsters you make are not the monsters in the story or in the game anymore. So every time you introduce something, I'm like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like I do not know what monster stat block you use for Edmund. I know you like made the swords and you made like the concept of it their own canon and everything else. You built those up, but like what you use as a base for him, I'll never know. And I'm glad I can't pin it because that's fun. Next fight with Edmund every single time. What, me just like learning as I go and getting excited? Because honestly, cause I just over time I've just like stopped like registering what certain monsters are. Like you use a froghemoth, it's a froghemoth. We all know what that is, but like I do not know what fighting a dragon in your setting would be, except for terrible and very life-threatening.
I mean, that's the most extreme one because Girls had her own dragons literally years ago.
Yeah. So that's the example of that, but like, I don't know what giants like. Oh, you building Edmund from an existing block. Like, I imagine, like, I always thought in my head, like, you took something like a pit fiend or a baylord or a warlord, and you just built from there, where it's just like, here's a lot of health, I'm going to give this more, here is the armor for someone who's in plate, or someone who's very tough, like one of these guys, something that has a lot of attacks that is at the CR, that, like, that's the thing, is like, I still love a pit fiend, because they're nasty.
Oh,
nasty.
yeah.
Like, they have a bite, and it's just dead-ass con save. Did you fail? Yes? Okay. You cannot be healed. At all. Get rid of that poison, or you cannot be healed. If that bite takes someone down to 0, that's a disaster. Pivvies are fucking fun, especially if they have things with them. Because that's great, but, like... Yeah, you Frankenstein everything, Yeah, I know you're still building him. I kind of want to break him before you can finish him. That's kind of like what we got told. Like, hey, yeah, you might want to kill these people before they go anime.
I'm working on it.
The fuck?
Jeez.
You don't give a shit about Edmund. You're more interested in his wife.
Yeah. I'm only interested in him in the sense that he is collateral to cause more irritation.
Yeah.
Like, will this death cause you pain? Yes. Good.
That's something I still like. It's impossible to throw at her, throw at Tala in any way. But the idea of Mara's kids that are left,
I was just planning my next genocide.
like either betraying her or abandoning her in some way to save themselves, betraying her and causing a different type of pain. Because she's had the pain of losing 2 children, but then the other ones betray her.
2.
And,
2.
well, we've
2.
killed 2. We've killed 2.
Are you having a breakdown?
Yeah, she is having a breakdown.
Slurp. Stares at camera. 2.
Was the person you turned into orange slices one? Because I'm trying to think of who else you've killed. Because that's the only one I remember you having a very enjoyable moment with. And later on having a vision after. So, an indiscriminate number of children have already been killed.
Yep, it is time.
2 of which I know, at least 2 of which have been killed by her own hand. I have to be so specific so you don't correct me like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck boys.
Cult gets it.
Silence you. Go away. Go to sleep. But it's the thing of like, well, you've already fucked her over that way. What happens if now she loses them? What happens there? Who knows? Yeah, but it won't happen, because that implies Tala will do anything except want to murder. I stop for a second to think of how else she could hurt her.
Yeah, she's too murder hobo-y, really.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're running not really great amount of time for which to have a therapy session.
I mean, we actually have a bit of time. We got 2 weeks.
I like how you think that's enough.
Well, no, we have at least 1 session we can get in. If you're booking once a week with a shrink, you might be able to get 1 session.
That are between you and me, take this planet. I will go to war. With
We
them
do need
just
to get to
my family
Fallon's
back,
War
but then
anyway,
I will
so...
leave the rest of them
Fallon's
alive.
War, we need to get to...
Because I'm not having little pockets.
Megan
get-
Hold.
Thank you, Megan Hold. Minimum, you have to get to Megan Hold. And... annoying as it is, asking people in Fallon's War
that.
might be useful
No, this
because
is-
you have you have
No.
pirates, you have criminals, and you have smugglers.
Mm,
People who are good at getting things past security.
but we don't like it.
If any group of losers can min-max times you lie. Look, we min-max time so much we went back in it. That would be a thing.
I'd like to see how many parties can min-max time.
Yeah. How many parties have K in them? That's your answer.
They will kill
Yeah.
them. They're just adding.
K straight up led a villain monologue just to go, and that didn't happen.
In principle, so you should go away. Get out of my spam folder.
That he did that. I was like, he could do this at any time, but I'm going to play it as if this character isn't aware of it because this character isn't. Meanwhile, there's just the moon there going, "You cheeky little bitch, I love you. I love this little fucker."
He really is the peak Star Lord of what are you doing? I'm distracting you, you idiot!
Dragging you, you turd waffle. Oh god.
So thanks for monologuing for half hour and giving me loads of information. Bye.
Fucking Thane trying to stop Edmund by starting to go, "Ooh, child, things are going
Gonna
good."
get easier.
Carl's just thinking, "Alright, you want to dance off? You want to dance off?"
I want
Just
more
like, sorry,
praise
go
and
into
more
it.
influence.
Kay is a menace, and we all love Kay. Give that big beardy boy a smooch.
Or a t-shirt that says Menace to Society on it.
He works in the police. I don't think he could do that. Kay is just wonderful in that he is the perfect combination of a min-maxer, someone who tries to win D&D, a great role player, and a really, really competent player overall. Like, there was a reason, and there's still reasons where if I ever look at a group and I see that it's got Nemo,
Gesundheit.
Nemo, thank you, goodness. Nemo, K, and Spook in it, I'm not DMing that.
Hell no!
I'm not DMing that. I'm not letting those three bastards work together.
I don't think anybody would DM that.
Yeah, I think that was where the moon had a chat. I think either in Neverwinter or that was in Phandalin. Yeah, he DMs himself. Like, he'll go, "No, I shouldn't do that." Whereas I'm like, "I shouldn't do this, but I want to." It's why I need to be pulled away from that situation and just go, "I need to leave. I can't be trusted." My monkey brain will just try to take. Yeah, it was a moon chat, guaranteed. I just think that the moon at this point is either impressed enough with Renara or just doesn't care. But I think it's more along the impressed side of she'd be able to find this out if she wanted to herself, so they may as well tell her. The moon's bored. It's like, what if I do tell her this? What will she do with this information? 'Cause she's a crafty little thing. I like her. The moon is the really, really responsible adult who does think like, they're old enough to reach the pedals. They could drive the lawnmower. Why not?
No!
Why not? It'd be funny. Let's see what they fucking do. Except they have no responsibility in the situation. Just go, "Oh no, they fell off the lawnmower. Shame." This chair is fucking creaking like an old wooden floor. My family shouted at me to get it from work because they were letting us take these down for free, and I've worn this thing to near death. I have my old one still upstairs, and if this breaks any further, I'm just taking that one back. Fuck 'em.
terrible. Spaceport under attack. I'm trying to retake from behind. Fair play. Can't sort that out.
God, we've got Critical Role animated coming out at the end of the month. Fuck me.
We sure do, bud.
I can't wait. They did the right thing by letting them return to voice the characters, but they of course had a bunch of other people voicing like stuff that Matt used to voice.
Oh yeah.
Because I love Matt, but the only characters he should be allowed to voice are Gilmore and Alora, because I know Alora is a sort of insert for him. Gilmore is just, I am a fantastically gay shopkeeper and I love flirting with Vax.
Yes.
You're just gonna be annoying. Just go and please go kill them.
Yeah, there is the guest battle royale as well. Have we got a full list of everyone that's going to be here? Yeah, it's Carlos, did you see in Taldor Reborn that apparently Scanlan and Pike had a kid who has a full what was it again? Oh, I said it at the start of the stream, I think, but it's essentially their abbreviated name is Wax, because I'm forgetting what Pike's grandfather's name is, but it's his name and Ildan.
Slightly outrun you and go to the next system. Just die.
And that breaks my heart. But apparently Pike and Scanlan have broken up and gone their separate ways. And honestly, I'm like, good for Pike.
Yeah, probably will.
Scanlan's great, but Scanlan's a lot. And we all know she, ooh, a very expressive boy.
Ooh.
Look at that expressive boy!
Intercept them.
Look at that expressive boy!
Oh, look at him! I like his confused face.
I love his angry face because it's scrunched. It's Stacy's favorite, Pike and Scanlan are divorced like Sid and Nero.
Oh god.
They're not really, but they are. They don't sleep in the same bed. Also, I will say this. It's one of my favorite things with Stacy. I say this with all the love I have in my heart for her. I love her scrunchy faces.
Scrunch.
Not just in her characters, but when she does her scrunchy face, it's also adorable, and I love her. Wait, is Sid and Nero genuinely canon that they're divorced? Because I know, I just said there, Pike and Scanlan are dead-ass divorced, but are you saying that Sid and Nero are actually divorced canon?
I'm sorry, what? When was that confirmed?
I'm asking her in chat, because either I'm misinterpreting her. Brig is coming back for the guest battle? No, not Sid Nero. No, we know that Pike Scanlan are dead-ass divorced, that it's canon. But you said it as if Sid and Nero is also canon. Woman, don't play with my heart. Ooh, Tova will be back. That's a lot of people. That's gonna be a really, really, really fun guest battle royale. That's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh shit. I just remembered that I know there's so many. Oh my days, that's so many good characters. That's gonna be a fucking chaotic fight. I wonder what level they're gonna be at. Oh, sorry, you mean that it's the same breakup, that they see each other fight, re-break up, so on. Fira's just gonna fucking... That woman has had enough practice with death battles lately. She'll be fine.
Yeah, there was something that I forgot.
Her hair, she's gonna eat them alive. Fuck me.
No. War is over, we admit defeat. That's right, that message just took me by surprise.
Open the window and turn off the radiator that my parents have had on for the last 6 hours. Fuck me.
Oh, yeah, in single player.
Winner gets a
Just find out
wish
where the
spell?
capital is.
Jesus,
Ooh.
high stakes!
Capital,
Fucking
and then
high
high
stakes.
Hey!
All their ships that retreat always go back to the
Fuck
capital.
me!
I forgot about that.
Sprig!
Because I
Oh
was in
my
mine, and I
god,
was like,
Sprig
how the
with
hell
a
do you keep
fucking
spawning
wish
enemies
is
that
gonna be
I've already taken that
crazy
planet? And then I was
if
like,
Sprig gets it.
oh, of course, they bamf away. And it was like right next to my borders, so I'd already pushed way past them. So they were just taking
Because
everything behind
Sprig
me.
was played by Darren DePaul, the same guy who voices Reinhardt, and I love that man.
Yes.
Yeah, like yeah, we have an idea like for like one or two of them what might do with that, but the rest of them, oh. Cash is back as well. Yes, Cash. Cash, you useless lesbian. No, Cash is someone else. Cash is someone else. My mistake. I for some reason thought that it was Ashley Burch's character from CR2.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No.
Who said thanks for the sex to fucking. Oh, Ricard. Couldn't write. Oh, fucking Cash with the I just like Cash has just not been in my head so much that all just came back at once. Fuck me.
I am. Once fish. You're the Maganid Combine, aren't you? I'm on the supporters side. Oh, I thought you meant the current one. Change cancel size to 4. Nope. Change cancel size to 2. Yes.
There's I'm fuck writing right now. I'm so upset. I'm so obsessed with this right now because I'm looking at this like trying to judge because like Cash is a cleric and Cash is a nasty bastard cleric. Like the only, yeah, Tova's back, but Tova is
Tova, Tova.
2000. Like they're being played by Stevenson. Like, lady who brought us Shira, or they them that brought us Shira. That's a blood hunter. That's our second blood hunter in a tourney because there was the end of campaign 2 one where it's Vox Machina versus the Mighty Nine. And they had a fun little thing where they were like, there's like a stone you can touch, and if Vox Machina touches it, Percy comes out, and if Mighty Nine touch it, Molly comes out.
Ah, that's a fun way to do it.
Yeah, because of course they had an uneven number of players at the time, so that's how they balanced it. Yeah, Molly did super well, but that's because I think what Tally really wanted to do with them is that they wanted them to be like a mage slayer, essentially, because Molly makes me scared for what Tala would eventually become because of the shit they pulled off in that fight. Yeah, the Vox Machina Mighty Nine one is just,
I mean, he's a different spec, so she'd have different stuff.
Has different stuff, but like some of the rights, like the Crimson Rights is what I'm talking about, and like using them in certain ways is scary good. Like it's
like using the rite of binding to stop a particular person from moving and completing a particular ritual.
Yeah. Or like, oh, Scanlan, did you want to try and like get away? Roll. You failed. You don't move anywhere, and you take all this damage. And now, yeah, I know that's how you're specking Pox. I'm aware that's how you're specking Pox. There's a reason I'm going to start hitting you guys with trucks.
Yes,
Because I know you can take it.
So far
You have enough players and you have enough broken mechanics. Like, that's an... Okay, I just want to look through it. And, like... So that's a... Oh, no. They're never going to be able to kill Cash. He's a life domain.
Oh my god, life domain? The healing on that is ridiculous!
They're not going to touch him! And if they do, he just goes, lol. Honey? Stacy? Stacy? Did you know how me and Blue both just went, look at the cute faces! These are so adorable! Look how lovely he is! You know
Yeah.
how we said that? You know how we said that? Because we fucking said it because we meant it. Because they're good. Sad low breaks my heart. Happy low fucking gives me serotonin. Yeah. Yeah, fire is gonna be nasty. Like, they will have to gang up on Cash in a big way. In a really big way. I don't know. Like, I think Sprig will be able to counterspell because he's an arcane trickster if he gets to a high enough level. Potentially. Neela's a druid. Oh, she's a circle of the shepherd.
Oh, Shepherd.
That's gonna be. What type of blood hunter is? Oh no, she's Lycan because
She's
she's
Lycan because she's a bear.
Brr.
Brr.
I'm trying to see. Is there anyone I'm missing? Hang on. Because I'm trying to look through them. Because I mean, let's all be real. Let's all raise our hands and say they're just like Cash. Cash is like the easy money. Shepherd Druid is fucking nasty. Shepherd Druid is fucking nasty, but like, actually, no, that's the way the Four Elements monk. They're not to be laughed at. They're scary. It depends. I don't know what level they're on. It depends what level they're on. I don't know what level they'll be at for this fight. Do you know, Curls? Oh god, yeah. Just gonna throw birds out and summon Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Brennan just manifests in a cloud of birds.
He just starts giving bird facts out, and everyone's like,
bird facts!
I have to check what the CR Guest Battle Royal. Let's see, CR Guest Royal. Five characters from Exandria's timeline are forced to fight each other in a deadly artillery. Oh my god. 5 characters from Exandria's timeline are forced to fight each other in the deadly alternate reality TV show Garyon Garrington's Plunder Games.
Oh no.
The award will be the last contestant standard to be able to use a wish spell once. It doesn't say what level they'll be at. Stacey, I love you, but I literally posted the OSP Among Us with Joe Cat thing in chat earlier. So let's see. I don't think every one of these people have played D&D several times. So especially like, you know, you've got your Darren DePauls and everyone else. Like there's so many people who are very experienced at the game. I think they could do like 10 or 15. If the higher level they go, the more likely your clerics and your druids are to win, because we have both in this fight.
Yeah.
Like the monks, the lower level it is, but like, you know, 5 to 10, I put my money on Fyra, just hands down, because it's a monk. A monk being able to stun somebody, wail on them, stun them, wail on them, stun on them, and doing that consistently, where DCs are not higher, but saving throws are lower.
Oh, yeah, I hate them too.
About level 12-ish, maybe? Is what you're thinking, Curls? Because the higher level they go, like, if you have a cleric at that level, that's a life domain cleric, you're not killing them. It's gonna be the hardest thing to do in that fight is to kill them. Sprig could have counterspell as an arcane trickster, but that is like a once a turn stop one healing thing. Cash finished CR at level 13. Huh. Well, I mean, they changed up the levels for Vox Machina Mighty Nine. There were characters at different levels with that one, but they put them all up at the same level for the fight. I know they had like other like battles and the like where they did like let characters like vary it up a little, and like they put up people who were lower and the like. I do think like Cash is just safe money. Yeah, they won't. They might go up to 15, but they won't go down. Yeah, Yeah, I think you're kind of right with about a level 13. Yeah,
Man.
fuck fighting for tonight. This is all I'm thinking about now because it's a fight. Always bet on your divine characters
that
because
is
they're
kinda obvious.
fucking resilient. A
I mean,
paladin,
look,
not
even if he is a divine, even
I
if
mean,
he is
this
a
is not great.
life domain cleric, yo, you don't need freaking other domains to do a fuck ton of damage as a cleric.
oh
Just the spells that they get as base clerics are nasty.
yeah. The thing about it is that with the other classes, like the other classes should say, oh, like the other domains would have to use their action to heal themselves with something to cover themselves. This guy could cast a spell that's a concentration to go out a bunch of times, and like say on a bonus action, for example, or with an action to throw it, and then bonus action heal themselves every turn, or action heal themselves, whatever way they choose to go with. The amount of healing they'll be able to do at any point, like they could just cast heal on themselves. They immediately get like the full, I think it's like 70 or 90, and then they get the level of the spell and another thing added on in addition, and it all just sacks in once. It's just so much healing. Clerics, those kind of clerics are fucking insane. I'm actually curious now. Where's my? Because life domain, I've rarely seen a life domain go very high level. Horde of Dragons, no. Yeah, they'll add some other items and chaos in there, but like Sprig is also just dangerous because it's Darren DePaul, who has been playing the game longer than some of these guys have been alive. Like his character played in Matt's mother's campaign and like D&D. Like that's how old that character is. There's the handbook. I have to take a look at late level clerics because I'm really curious what life domain gets at later levels because I rarely check it. Because of course, life domain clerics very rarely need to go to higher levels. Because you, like, I think the highest level I know is Durin. Like the one I've interacted with. Cleric. Divine domains, knowledge domain, life domain.
Okay, well.
So, whenever you like, there's the first one you heal 2 plus the spell's level in addition to everything else. So, like, yeah, you always get. Yeah, Sprig is that character, the one that's been around a while, but is also a fucking menace. Sprig is a K character, and by that merit alone, needs to be treated as a serious threat.
Yeah, this was coming at some point.
I'll never forget the Vox Machina one where Scanlan, where Sam kept telling everyone to kill Keyleth because she's a very high level moon druid, so she could bonus action to turn to an elemental every turn, so she gets so much bonus health. So she's practically unkillable unless you focus her. They're going to have to do something similar like this with so let's see.
Yeah. There he is. Chosen of the Great Khan.
Once every turn when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you deal an additional D8 radiant damage or D2D8 at level 14. If they go to 17, he's going to be very fucking hard to kill because he'll have supreme healing.
Oh, no.
When you would normally roll one or more dice to restore hit points with a spell, you instead use the highest number possible with each dice. So basically, anytime he heals, he just heals for the max he can. Neela could. Neela, like, depending on what level they are, if she has shape change, she could turn into a dragon.
Oh.
But that's level 9. That requires like shape change or change shape, I think it's called.
I can't imagine they'll be that high because if the reward is Wish, you can already cast Wish.
Yeah, Wish is always one that, like, well, these characters are being brought up to that level, but that does not mean that's their power, you know, they're all being brought up to an even pair. They could do it for flair, and, like, let them do it for fun, but that would be, like, the max they'd ever do.
I'm just, I didn't put one there initially.
Actually,
'cause
yeah,
knew
I take
that
it back.
get swamped,
Cash
and I
probably
went for
shouldn't be
something
allowed to
important,
do
so
that
just him in
because
the
if
squad.
the higher level they go, the more likely
pretty
he
well
is
at
to
that
just
point.
go, "Oh, my action! I cast divine intervention."
I was quite surprised.
Yeah.
Based on the numbers, I was like, well,
And
this is
that-
me dead.
Because if it's 17, it's
Okay,
fine.
well done, guys.
It's when it gets to 20 that it's an automatic success, no roll required.
Yeah.
Because you are literally their favorite on Earth.
Send the scousers after them. Yeah, get in there, boys. No fucking time to be messing around. Like, I've just sent one ship. Who's that then?
Yeah, he's having a very consistent affair that he got her pregnant in as well, so yeah. I don't know how his wife feels about that.
I think I just murked him or he disappeared. That one was self-cleaning.
I mean, there's also a fair point to say that he'll have harm, which is one of the nastiest fucking spells in the game. It's basically a weak power word.
Not yet, because it'll just get instantly wiped. I'm waiting for the whole fleet to arrive, and then I'll start upgrading it.
G,
Because otherwise I'll just come in and they'll just go bang.
heal. There it is. Constitution saving throw or 14
no, I'm not gonna send you
d6 necrotic damage.
Yep.
If the target reduces target's health below hit points, oh, it can't. So it can only bring you to 1. Target fails the saving throw, its maximum hit points are reduced for an hour by the amount of damage it took. Any effects that remove the disease removes this. Fair point. Harm is incredibly good for capturing something if you have a character that powerful. Because if they fail it and the damage takes them down, it won't kill them. So you can hit them with harm and hit them really fucking hard, but not kill them. And then have someone cast sleep.
But that one does have stuff there.
Yeah, it can make your HP max 1 as well, so you can just knock anyone out.
Yeah, it would need additional health. How much? What's it at?
Blade barrier.
22,000. It's not small.
Cash is gonna be scary, no matter what level it is. Like even if he has access to 5th level stuff, he'll have things like Insect Plague and a bunch of other nasties and Flame Strike. And even if he chooses to just use like something like Spirit Guardians, which we've seen the effectiveness
Yeah,
of,
looking at it, I'm like,
or Spirit
can I
Stride
push
or
that?
something
I'm
like that, he's gonna be
I don't think I
scary.
could. I think there's a few too many there.
Scary, man.
So I mean, it's like
Yeah, just does
maybe
gesture and says,
someone
"Firestorm
be
is
banking
fine."
on the rock. Like,
I'm just gonna not hit that rogue on the enemy team and firestorm everyone else. These motherfuckers don't have evasion. I do still want that fight to be swapped around where it's Yasha and so it was Vax. So that's Vax, Scanlan, Percy, and Vax, Scanlan, Percy, and Pike. So I would want Yasha, Caduceus. That's scary. Yasha, Caduceus, Caleb, and Not. Versus Grog, Keyleth, Vexalia, and I mean, it would be Percy then in that situation. But I mean, they all love their new boys so much that they can literally just say, "You get to sit in, bring someone with you."
yeah, if there's two of us, I reckon we can push it. But
Everyone wants the WWE match that is Yasha versus Grog, exactly, because they can't die.
That would be a very long fight.
It'd be a very long fight, but it would get to the end and just get to a situation of neither of these people can, unless they choose to stop it, neither one of these people will stop raging. The only difference is that when Yasha's rage ends, actually, is unending rage a barbarian berserker thing, or is that just in general? Because if it's berserker, it's a Grog win. Let me see. But yeah, no, it would absolutely be a fucking WWE match. It would be fucking. I'm all for that. Yeah, all barbarians get persistent rage. So it only ends if you fall unconscious. So like the fact that she is the zealot barbarian, she will not go down. Like she will just keep getting back up. The only thing is that she needs to be healed, I think close to, if not her whole health, before she drops out of her rage, or she will die. Yeah, it would be the exact same thing that happened with let's see, what's this? It would become insane in the same way that the one with Key, Terry, and Grog. Yeah, yeah. Kiki, Terry, and Grog was fucking crazy. It's hilarious that Grog actually wouldn't be able to kill her, but she could because he has the con saves sort of thing, where he'll just keep standing back up if he keeps succeeding his con save. Yeah, Yasha can't go down, but Grog can. So that's an interesting thought. Is that even if that barbarian can't be killed, if they can be reduced to 0 hit points, they just won't go down.
The other side.
So it'd be interesting if, like, say, Matt put a scroll of Finger of Death or something, or an item for it on the map somewhere that they could access. So it gives one of them the option to kill the other. And Yasha would probably use it better than Grog because she's the higher end. Yeah, Yasha can't go down, but Grog can. Finger of Death would kill Yasha if she was at 0, because of if it reduces to 0, they die. So dropping her to 0 will not make her go unconscious, but it will kill her.
Oh, who's going into her?
Because of her zealot traits. But Matt actually flew, lets her test it out in campaign, and everyone goes, "Ah, well, that's upsetting that it happened." It's like, no, she's not done yet, and everyone loses their fucking minds. Like, she gets back up in her trial match kind of thing with the gods. Fucking cool. Ugh. We all just want to watch, like, the two big ends fight because, I mean, let's be real. We all know me. I love kaijus. I love watching big things throw weight at each other. I watched wrestling for years. And also, it's just the... Yeah, you're actually right. Disintegration or Finger of Death. If anyone has access to Finger of Death, they can kill her. But of the players, only Caleb, who has Disintegration, could do it. Or, technically, because it's happened before, plane shift. Because it counts as taking them out of bounds. Kiki did it to Grog before in one tourney. One battle royal. She popped him out and it was considered out of bounds. That's actually what they could do to Cash, but, you know, he has to fail a wisdom save, I think. So good luck.
Yeah, it is versus Cleric.
It is an easy way to just say, all that healing just went...
Ooh, I can have battleships.
You suck my battleship. So, of the squad, you definitely have people who could probably plane shift, so that can happen with Yasha. Like, Kiki could make her go... And Kiki and Grog working together in a battle royale is disgusting. She doesn't need to support him, but she can. And also the very fair point of she can shape change into a beholder and just look at the whole party and say, you don't have magic items right now. Because she can do that, because change shape is so broken. Doubt they'd make that ruling. Well, I mean, to be fair, she just kept the concentration up, I think, the whole time, so Grog never got taken back. Actually, no, it's not banishment. It's just like you're gone. So, if he has no way of getting back, I think it would count as out of bounds. It would depend on if they are going to keep that ruling. It would depend. God, all I'm thinking about is this fight right now. I have to...
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Really? You hadn't noticed? I have to be real quick. I'll be back in a sec.
Hi guys, I am in fact still here. I'm concentrating.
I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. Don't you worry about it. But you should go to bed anyway.
Because I have so much production, what I'm going to do initially is I'm going to turn Star Mag, my Defender one, into a shipyard, just so I can refit the ships that are currently there without having to back them up, and then I'll just change it to a gunner one, because I don't think my current ships have a particle lance on them, which would be unbelievably good if I could get them, because I've seen how good they work. Do what? Oh, fair enough.
Good night, buddy. I will catch you tomorrow. I hope you sleep alright.
Hi, back.
Hello.
I'm gonna go back to bed in a minute so you can have your call. Sorry, guys. I'm Monkey Brain. I get excited. What's worse is I was there just downstairs and I could think, fuck, Caleb versus Kiki would actually be cool. I was like, damn it. Alright, we're gonna leave that fic there. And we're not gonna go over it again.
Scar.
God. Look at that detailed work. I'm loving the ridge of the brow coming over it. Like, not over it, but like...
The depth, yeah.
Yeah, the depth of it.
Thank you.
I'm reading back over the old fic, and it's just the fucking. Go
Straight
on,
in.
what's she like?
I'm about to make a point.
Go on.
You want to talk about her?
Yep.
Go, you fucking himbo. Be excited
Have you
about
seen
her.
what I got? I can always escape out of these.
It's a running gag now, but I just love the concept that they just go, no, you should cover me.
War
You'll
starts
just run
now,
off
my friend.
together and leave me in the dust.
I'm about to shake the hornet's nest. Now we start to get into the meat of it. We're dividing. A Ghanaian is what I call it. Oh! I'm gonna pull back to save a life to begin with, but yeah, still researching stuff, which is good. Nope, 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 nope. Fuck, it's changed everything. Alright. There was a thing on there that was increase fleet limit or naval capacity, and when I clicked change, they're gone. It's like, I could have done with them. I wonder where the Khan is then.
Such a same
'Cause his
thing
only
to say.
escape route is going to be through the Kano consortium. Can you see the Zaltana? That's his only other escape point, because otherwise he's got to come through me. Ideally, we need you to head him off through that territory. If I can hold Fargus, then.
I think it is fair to say we are 10 past 11 as well.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
You are engrossed.
It was very engrossed.
And look at that boy and that depth of a face.
It's very craggy.
Craggy boy. Like a white dragon.
Projects in
As he's meant to be.
This is meant to be.
Yeah, Fargus has got nothing in comparison to Devil's Maw.
I can't wait just to be able to just go claws out and just go fucking wild. It's gonna be terrific.
That was bad timing. They got into a fight and the Admiral died. It's not going to be good for morale. Delta Fleet, you're almost done. No, just move us group.
I think there's a new thing as well in FF where you can like do custom cutscenes. Like there's an area where you can do it, but you can bring NPCs into it.
Hmm.
I think that's what, if I understood what was being said in that post that Curls linked to the FF chat there like a day or two ago. That's what you can do in it. And it's like there's so many Warrior of Light and NPC ships that have just gotten so many rights. Or they can just have their character giving them a little smooch.
Okay, more
Look at
cruiser
that boy.
points. More battleship hull points, please.
I realized I was hiding Thane from the crowd. I had to put him back in.
Hey.
I still love it, even though she did rush it. She told me herself because she wanted to just get it to me for Plymouth, so he doesn't have a shirt. But he still got his little favorite Teneras on. Tala, don't be mad at me.
Failed step one.
Fuck you too. I do like you said that earlier before the fucking stream of just like he's like the most like good person in the party except for Hurry. It's like, yeah, that leaves Hurry, Thane, Tala, Zal. Two of those are not a high hurdle.
Yeah, that squad can go back and get a
Love you both, but you're not high hurdles.
I know that. Again, I feel like I can't state this enough. I am well aware that Tala is a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is the character.
Well, they conceded.
A health check.
Health check from Stongles.
I can see where the Great Khan was. He's at Meredith now. Meredith.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Also, I am looking at that picture, and it doesn't look like there's a teddy bear with the baby of Vex and Percy. That genuinely looks like a cub, so maybe one of Trinket's kids.
Oh.
But Percy getting older looks distinguished
Yeah,
as
they're a bad
fuck,
federation.
my man.
Hell yeah.
That beard,
Like them
that
immediately.
beard is goals. And as it should be, Vex is in the middle.
Yas,
raven
queen.
feather. With the raven feather on the blouse. Oh my god, I just realized one of the kids is about to give the other one a wet willy. The two standing up next to Vex, one of them's about to give the other a wet willy. Oh, there's so many small details I wanted to get. I have to check. Is there a fucking strike off? There's a little Vax hidden somewhere in here. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Is there a window?
There is, but it's literally only three slits, and you can't see them.
I was gonna say, is there like a raven sitting in a tree somewhere?
No, unfortunately not. There is the sun tree on a standard at the back, but you can't like it's got the sun above it and the tree and then stars beneath it, but that's it.
Yeah, that's the Dirolo crest.
Oh, I just realized actually the portrait's frame has bears on it. So like the actual
Oh,
printed portrait has a bunch of hairs on it.
Jesus,
Bless
400
you.
mineral cost to get 28 production per month. Yeah, Jesus, that's a lot. Khan's had a good system there.
Types in my password for FF. It immediately stops and looks at anything that has a chat window in it. Did I put it in there instead? No. Okay. Hit login.
Oh yeah, the Khan is actually at your border.
Me?
Be easy for you to take him at Trambo.
Having a DM who slowly rolls out the horror. What's up with the school? I can't get out. The doors are locked and the windows are locked. Why are there cherry blossoms trees outside? I should take a look. Oh, those are bloody handprints on the windows.
oh.
Oh, Tumblr. Well, if you had studied color theory, this is obviously not a school, it's a children's hospital.
God damn it. I hate this fucking hell site.
So do I, but it has made rich people lose money, so it's okay. It gets a pass.
Yeah.
It is incredibly enjoyable to level Red Mage. Incredibly enjoyable. Because it's just no brain, head empty, just do the color combo. Oh yeah, shit, I have to go back to my boys.
Nice. Start playing Underdog by Imagine Dragons.
Just picturing an older Tredane when someone says, what should we call you? She, he, they, them, Lieutenant.
Yep, and watch you.
Call me Lieutenant. And going from there. Ooh, nice, my squad leveled up.
I haven't done the squads in so long.
Yeah.
Very much kind of gave up on it.
Guy meets defeat.
I'm kind of trying to get it just because I want my rank to go higher with the company, and well, aside from buying free TPs to Ul'dah, I may as well use it.
Either, by the looks of it.
Rogue, Makote, no. None. None. A rogue, I don't have a rogue. An Ura, I do have an Ura. Gladiator, I don't have a Gladiator. A Lalafell and a Conjurer. Yeah, send them off on that. Just remembering that they just dead ass have a cannon for the fucking Ulda as the lieutenants. You just get a fucking cannon. And oh my god, remember the color swapped today?
Mm.
I just saw them there. They're full brown now.
Yeah.
I'm full white. We're swapped again. We didn't even mean it again. Dream is for us. Why for us? Never mind, it's all good. I just had to refresh it.
Second onslaught.
Just thinking of the little scrunchy face that Lo made in that expression
Oh,
thing
fuck!
Yeah.
that Stacey did.
He's right next
And
to
I
you.
just love it
Spawned
because
in
I
Devil's
know
Maw. Oh,
Stacey's
shit.
scrunchy noise. She says when she's annoyed, but she's still being endearing. Like, she's not trying to be fed up. She's like,
I mean, a lot of my units there. Fuck, I wish I'd known that. I'd have kept some.
I don't like
back
that you
in
know that
case.
about me. It's like, too bad, I'm your partner. I know everything.
Come on, reinforcements. You need to activate your fucking hyperdrive, whatever it is you do.
I was waiting for him to say, come on, reinforcements, you need to reinforce. Things should be a little bit easier for Curls for a little bit now because she has a bit more of an extended time of her work. I know that this was like her last deadline. Now she's got an extension on the other one. I got a wind up Ravana. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Abachi in front provides. High on high. Hang on. High on high stand.
Oh, he's going to a wormhole.
Tiny
It's
itty
the
bitty
kissing
voice.
Wormhole.
Chasing down to see. Okay, that one's underway. I do like as well that the essentially in the botch in front you basically have like a TP system you can use, and it doesn't cost anything to like jump between the different points, so you always have that benefit to you.
That's nice.
Especially because like you could be doing fates on one side of the map and then suddenly it's like, oh hey, next fate's over here on the other side of the map, and it will be dead by the time you get there if you try to fly.
Well, it can't be because you'd have someone in your territory right now. I'm going to send my ship through it. Go science ship for science. We just need
For
you to
science,
pop through that
you
wormhole and see
monster.
what's on the other side. Why now? Don't ask questions. Do your job. Go through the wormhole. Die. Be a man. Now the new Khan. Yeah, so the Great Khan is dead. Yarrow Reach Horde. It connects to the Toho system. Oh, it's way over in the Iserian theocracy, way across the other side of the galaxy. Ah.
There's allies on the front as well, like NPCs that can do like big AoEs and the like. So the moment one of them begins channeling, you just see like 16 people just immediately rushing to pull the mobs into them to be like, go, 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 go. Blow them up, blow them up, blow them up. And it's dead handy for leveling in. feel like we're gonna need like a baby session of D&D just to like shake off the rust.
Yeah.
A few months, and then be like, okay, now we're actually gonna do Pop and Oakart.
So basically, we need somebody to run a one shot. Is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. If only we knew somebody who loves running one shots and having encounters done with D&D. I mean K, of course. Ooh, a skirmish broke out nearby? Dog. Oh, I'm an asshole. Oh, right, we're destroying these supplies. Got it. That's good. I thought these were like a collecting fate, so you had to run around and collect the stuff. It's like, no, go around and break the stuff. It's like, oh, terrific. I'm a red mage. I'm good at that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I just hear sitting going, ah?
Yeah, that's very faint.
Ah.
That is the traditional mother. I am supposed to be given a bedtime snack.
Where is snap? It was really cold on Friday, actually yesterday. Sorry, we had like a freeze, proper freeze. So I had to get the boys like, okay, you have to go out to have your food, and they have to take you outside. So I opened up the shed because the old man sleeps inside there. And the little fella just came in and just curled up against him, and the old guy just like jolted up because the little guy was fucking freezing cold.
Aww.
But then it was just like a thing of, boys, food, and I just had to shake the food, and they both just stopped, got up, saw the food, was like, ooh. So this is when I found out that my dad has broken hot water bottles he's been using for the dogs because they're leaking. And I was like, congratulations, neither dog's going to use that now because it's leaking.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, you dickhead. Somebody kited a mob for a fate out of the zone so it reset when it was on low health.
Aww.
You dickhead. Everyone is very confused and very annoyed.
I bet.
Like,
some of
bruh,
inside your territory.
Like, that's 200,000 experience that guy just decided they did not want to have. Level 72. Ooh, enhanced displacement. Nice. I love unlocking new shit, then going, HUD, a help. The fuck is this thing? Ah, it just increases potency. It's half 11 now, but we gotta finish up.
I'm really invested. I'm in the zone.
I know you're in the zone,
Yeah, you
but
guys are not.
be in
If
bed.
I was on level with the car and you guys are not prepared for me arriving in your sector, Your best fleet is 16k, dude. Mine's over 30. You've got no prayer. Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Stacey is getting closer and closer to Shadowbringers as well.
Nice.
So, I'm gonna need to book over to visit her soon so that I can hug her. Because she'll need it. Also, I was able to do extreme Thok is Thok today.
Oh, nice.
I did it with the Reaper at level 90 and I just rinsed through it. Because previously I was like, level 80 you can't because he will put manos on you because I only had tanks. So it was a DPS race against the guy who just hits like a truck. So I was never going to win it. But Reaper just went, heh, perish.
Which one, sorry? Oh, the ones around my area, yeah, I know. Slowly working on it.
This is also like a very considerate thing, is that these fates are massive and have a lot of stuff in them, but there's a bunch of NPCs that help. So you'll always have like 2 or 3 NPCs at minimum, or plenty more, showing up to give a hand. So you always have at least that to your side, you know?
Yeah.
Not that this isn't excellent experience, so there's always somebody here, but if there was the one day where there wasn't and you wanted to do the content, you'd be able to. I do apologize about earlier as well. It was just a situation of how some people have to, dock someone to, ruin their stream. All you have to do for Blue is just to walk up to Daz and go, "Hey, who wins in a fight?" Instantly gone. I know what I am.
Endearing.
An excited baby. Ooh, that's tower defense. Not tower defense, but defending a location. Also, I think this came out at the time of Shadowbringers, so it has fucking banging music. I still think Shadowbringers had better music than Endwalker, but Endwalker had good music. I'm just a sucker for fucking metal. To no one's surprise.
We know this and we love you.
Yee-wee. Daz, why are you playing a Warforged Bard? Because metal.
Okay, that's probably gonna have to stop there.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And it's a lot of really good work, and I'm excited.
Thank you. I mean, it's half 11, so I can at least say that was another round, 2 hours, because it was 9:30 when I finished the warm-up. So that's another round number.
Very much so, yeah.
Gracias.
Okay.
Yes. Taking the fight to the enemy.
End the stream there.
As always, unfortunately, folks, we're probably not going to have D&D until February, so
Yes.
keep an eye on the socials, and you'll know when we do.
It's the best way to do it. Until then, we'll see you next week. So take
care, everyone.
care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I could access